From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Bert Major, Johnny. Masters Insurance and Trust.
Oh, hi, Bert.
You know anything about spacemen?
Never saw any, if that's what you mean.
Neither have I. But I know somebody who thinks he's been contacted by them.
Oh, sure. I have some whimsical friends, too.
Not funny, Johnny. The company is betting $2 million that this man is either a liar or pulling one of the biggest hoaxes in history.
$2 million?
That's right. Conrad Billings. Ever hear of him?
Billings, Texas Oil, one of the richest men in the country?
Right. Presently of California, where he's holed up in an isolated mountaintop lodge, minus a $2 million collection of diamonds he took up there with him.
And you insured them?
Yes, but not against ordinary theft.
What does that mean?
Those stones were insured against theft by persons or things unknown on this earth.
What?
That's right.
Holy... You're serious, aren't you?
You bet I'm serious.
Okay, Bert, I'll see you at your office. Bob Bailey, in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Masters Insurance and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Diamond Dilemma matter. Expense account item 1, $3.20 for a taxi to the office of Bert Major. I've known Bert a long time, and he's been in and out of too many deals, big and little, to get excited over nothing. But he was excited now.
This whole thing is incredible, Johnny. Fantastic. It's utterly impossible for $2 million worth of diamonds to simply vanish into thin air.
So it's impossible.
But it's happened. The police out there in California state positively that no man on earth could possibly have gotten to those stones.
Then, Bertram, tell me all.
All right. 2 weeks ago, Conrad Billings called me from his lodge up in Northern California. Said he wanted to insure the diamonds immediately.
Over the phone?
Over the phone.
You're sure it was really he?
I'm not that naive. I had the call traced.
How come he called you?
We've done some business with a wealthy friend of his in Dallas. Recommended.
Uh-huh. And he had the stones with him there at the lodge?
Yes. And, Johnny, it's one of the most isolated spots on Earth.
You're sure he had them there?
He loves diamonds, Johnny. Almost to the point of obsession. He plays with them like a kid plays with marbles. Lord knows he can afford to.
So you insured $2 million worth of diamond marbles over the phone?
I did.
And you say you weren't naive. Oh, look, a remote lodge, an eccentric old man, some expensive baubles. A rank amateur could get at him.
You haven't listened to me, Johnny. You've missed the point entirely. I wouldn't care if he left the diamonds lying out on his front doorstep. I insured those diamonds solely against theft by persons or things unknown on this earth. That's the exact wording of the policy.
And now they're gone?
Yes.
So, someone took them?
Prove it.
What?
Someone, and not something.
Now, why would anybody in his right mind want to insure against theft by other than people?
I asked myself that question. My answer was that a billionaire in active command of his business empire must be of sound mind. And if he wants to satisfy a whim and is willing to pay for it, why should my company refuse his money?
You think maybe he has an obsession about flying saucers and the people or things who fly them?
Who knows? Or what knows? Johnny, you've got to go out there and make some sense out of all this.
Who are the contacts so far?
The head of his San Francisco office, Norton Shields. The chief of police in Lakeview, about 30 miles from Billings Lodge, and the insured.
Okay, I'll call you, Bert, but not from Mars. Expense account item 2, $280, deluxe flight with trimmings, Hartford to San Francisco. A pea soup fog was rolling up Market Street, and it was 2 a.m. when I finally got to the office of Billings Enterprises and met Norton Shields. He was wide awake, sharp, about 35.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, I've been in charge of Billings' West Coast operation for 10 years with time out for Korea.
Pretty young for such a responsibility.
Billings hired me because I know the oil business. I learned it young.
Uh-huh. You like him?
You don't have to like a man just because you work for him. He's shrewd and knows how to make money.
But he has foibles.
Yes, he has foibles. Diamonds.
Have you ever seen them?
Sure.
Where?
Oh, here in the office, at the lodge where he is now, at his home.
You're certain he took them up to that lodge?
3 weeks ago tonight, they were spread out right here on this desk. He put them one by one in a chamois bag, put the bag in his pocket. I walked into his car, and he was driven straight to the lodge.
All right. What about the flying saucers, the spacemen, or whatever it is?
No, that's a new one. I learned of it when Mr. Major called, disclosed the terms of the insurance, and the fact that the diamonds had been, that they were gone.
You haven't talked this over with Billings himself?
No, I haven't.
Don't you think you should?
Why? If he wants me, he'll call me.
How do I get to this lodge?
I have a company plane and pilot ready to fly you to Clear Lake in the morning. You'll be met there by a car and driver. Anything else you want, call me.
Why all the cooperation when you're not even supposed to know what's going on?
A good lieutenant knows when to follow orders before they're issued. You're registered at the Mark Hopkins. You better get some sleep.
Yeah, I may need it.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Diamond Dilemma Matter.
The company plane turned out to be a plush two-engine amphibian waiting for me at a private dock near the Golden Gate Bridge. The pilot introduced himself, and we headed due north up San Pablo Bay and then northwest past the Valley of the Moon. Then, a few minutes later, we glided in for a landing on Clear Lake, the largest body of water in the state of California. There, I was met by a car and a driver as promised. How far is it to Mr. Billings' lodge, driver?
About 30 miles.
What do you do when Mr. Billings isn't here?
Wait for him.
Do you, live at the lodge?
Nobody does. Just Mr. Billings.
No caretakers, housekeepers, anything like that?
Just Mr. Billings.
Well, surely there must be someone to look
Look,
after.
mister, I'm hired to drive a car. I do it. And that's all.
The car twisted and turned through some lush country, then left the highway and climbed a narrow mountain road with signs every couple of hundred yards marked private in big letters. After several miles of this, during which we passed through a couple of gates that had to be opened manually, we came to a high steel wire gate with equally high fencing stretching out in either direction. A small redwood blockhouse squatted inside. The driver made a U-turn, stopped in front of this gate, then reached around and opened the door.
This is it, mister.
This is it?
Yep.
Okay, if you say so. But if this is a millionaire's idea... Hey, wait a minute! Huh. Well, if this really is the place, I may as well get...
Can't you read? You touch that gate and you will be electrocuted.
What?
Your name, Dollar?
That's right. Who are you and what's the idea?
Speak up. Where were you at exactly 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon?
Well, if it means anything to you, I was talking with a man named Bert Major in Hartford, Connecticut.
Come in.
The big gate swung open, and I gingerly walked through it, as per instruction from the loudspeaker nestled in the wall of the redwood blockhouse.
You drive, don't you?
Yes.
Then get in that car you see there and follow the road.
The car referred to by the voice was parked against the blockhouse on the far side. I did as I was told. After a while, the road narrowed to a single track and continued on up the mountain. At one point, there was a solid granite overhang, a sheer drop of 1,000 feet or more, and another gate that opened as I approached it and closed behind me. Finally, I rounded a turn where a fill had been made, and a moment later came out on top. A few hundred yards away, across the terrace top of the mountain, was a charming rustic lodge. I drove over to it.
Good morning, Mr. Dollar.
Mr. Billings?
Come in.
Hearing about this man was strange enough. Seeing him was even more of a shock. About 5'2", flashing gray eyes, bullet bald. He was wearing a baggy old jacket that hung nearly to his knees.
This way. I want you to see my view of the lakes below. Well?
Beautiful.
What was that?
I said beautiful.
Yes, it is. Now, Mr. Major has informed you of the insurance on my diamonds, which disappeared 2 nights ago.
Yes, sir. He told me that...
Speak up!
He told me you insured $2 million worth of diamonds against theft by persons or things unknown on this earth.
Exactly. And I wish to collect from your company on that basis.
Well, Tell me, where did you keep them?
Right here on this table in front of the window, right here.
You mean to say you didn't lock up such valuable property?
Mr. Dollar, let me show you something. Look here, on my control panel. Do you recall the series of gates you pass through after leaving the main road?
Yeah, very well.
Well, by means of my electronic devices, I followed your progress every inch of the way.
Well, I'll be darned.
I watched your arrival at the main gate on this video screen. Ingenious, eh?
That's putting it mildly.
What did you say?
I say that's putting it mildly.
Yes. As I'm sure you noticed, this mountaintop is completely encircled by a 12-foot electrified fence. Between it and the inner fence is a maze of photoelectric cells. This panel controls floodlights with which I can cover every inch of ground between the two fences. These viewers are geared to the floodlights. All of this equipment is automatically activated on contact. In short, Mr. Dollar, I can detect and follow any person or thing which moves through or between these two fences.
Anyone who knows electricity could cut your fences and come right on up the road.
I did not say this mountaintop was impregnable. I said no one could reach it without my knowledge.
Why did you take out such limited insurance on your diamonds, Mr. Billings?
I've made my money by leaving nothing, absolutely nothing, to chance. Now that man has projected objects into outer space, it is reasonable to assume that other planets may be ahead of us in technical endeavors. Diamonds would be of tremendous value to an unknown civilization.
Well, look, how do I know this is not just an elaborate scheme to collect $2 million?
A fair question, Mr. Dollar.
What would prevent you from hiding those diamonds somewhere on this mountain?
I should consider that question an affront to my integrity, but under the circumstances I do not. I simply defy you to find them.
Then what's your explanation of their disappearance?
I have none. And unless you find one, I intend to collect from your company under the terms of the policy.
Mr. Major mentioned the chief of police in Lakeview. Do you mind if I talk to him?
Andy Prentice? Not at all. I have a direct phone to his office and he's home. Would you care to talk to him now?
No, thanks. But I would like to use your car.
By all means. I'll open the gates for you on your way down. Just one point. There must be no publicity on this matter. Understood?
Mr. Billings, if I can't prove that your diamonds were taken by a person, those space cats are going to get a lot of publicity.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Diamond Dilemma matter.
While I drove down the mountain with gates electronically opening and closing behind me, I did some thinking. Billings had bought and paid for his privacy at tremendous cost. I couldn't see any loopholes in the setup. Yet, the diamonds had disappeared. 45 minutes later, I pulled up in front of the police station in Lakeview. Obviously, I was expected by the chief of police, Andy Prentice.
Hello, Mr. Dollar. My name's Prentice. Mind if I join you?
No, hop in.
Just cruise down by the lake. I'm sure you want this to be a private conversation, too.
Good idea.
Well, what's your opinion on the diamonds?
Well, I don't know who took them, but I'll tell you one thing. I don't believe it was some thing or somebody from outer space.
Well, how would you get through all those electrified fences, photoelectric cells, floodlights, and closed-circuit viewers?
Yeah. Well, what's your opinion?
I'm as practical and logical as the next fella. If a human being couldn't get to Mr. Billings without his knowledge, and he'd call me the moment somebody tried, well...
Oh, sure. Spaceman.
Well, what else?
I noticed one thing, Chief. He's a little hard of hearing and doesn't wear a hearing aid.
He doesn't need one. Just turns up the volume on all that electronic stuff he has around him.
Well, suppose someone parachuted onto the top of that mountain.
How would he get out?
Man could dig under those fences.
That would leave evidence, and I've been over every inch of the ground. I've even thought of the expert pole vaulter idea. No sign. Nothing makes any sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean. How about a ride in Billings' private plane? I'd like to take a look at that mountain from the air.
I don't know what good it'll do you, but I'll go along.
Well, maybe there are spacemen. But I still don't believe it.
We're coming to it now. See the road winding up? And there's the lodge.
Yeah.
I asked the pilot to circle around the top as close as the air pockets will permit.
Good. Chief, have the pilot drop down just below the top and steer a course between the two fences all the way around.
Whatever you say. Oh, pilot!
For the next few minutes, I studied the top of that mountain from all possible angles. The road leading up to it, the terraces, the lodge itself. Suddenly, an idea hit me. And a few minutes later, I left a somewhat puzzled chief of police at the landing dock on Clear Lake. An hour later, I was explaining who I was and what I wanted to do to a somewhat incredulous captain of police at San Francisco's International Airport. I finally convinced him I wasn't out of my mind, and he reluctantly agreed to cooperate. Then, about dusk, I found myself exactly where I wanted to be, on top of Billings Mountain, calmly walking toward the lodge. Good evening, Mr. Billings.
What?
I said good evening, sir.
Mr. Dollar. Why, I don't understand.
See? No spacesuit.
Why, I can't believe it. How did you do it? How did you get here?
The same way as the man who stole your diamonds.
But this is impossible. Impossible. My electric system gave me no warning.
That's because you have it located in the wrong place.
What?
It's in the two fences and between them halfway down the mountain. Above them, there is one level spot, 50 yards across, that isn't covered by your automatic whistles and bells.
But it isn't it's not necessary.
Wrong. It's just big enough for a helicopter, which is waiting for me out there right now.
A helicopter?
You didn't see us because we came in and landed below your line of sight. You didn't hear us because you don't wear a hearing aid.
I can't believe it. But you must be right.
And you'll have to agree that your diamonds were not stolen by persons or things unknown on this earth. The terms of the policy.
Of course, I disallow all claim, but I...
Good. Now, it's none of my business, Mr. Billings, but was your San Francisco manager, Norton Shields, a pilot during the time he was in Korea?
Why, yes, he flew rescue missions in a helicopter.
Yeah. The company that insured your diamonds against ordinary theft might be interested to learn that. Good night, Mr. Billings.
Yes. Good night, Mr. Dollar.
You know, in some ways, I felt sorry for him. He'd spent millions of dollars to insure his diamonds and his privacy. Came a real showdown, and it turned out he had neither. Oh, he'll get his diamonds back, sure, and probably buy some more. But privacy, with or without money, is a pretty hard thing to come by. At least in this man's world. Expense account total, including incidentals and transportation back to Hartford, $284.30. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a moth, a tiny moth, solves a case involving our national security. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Alan Botzer. Heard in our cast were Edwin Jerome, Paul Dubois, Frank Gerstle, Junius Matthews, and Marvin Miller. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
It is a joy to me heart to be hearing the voice of me lover boy.
Meg McCarthy.
Faith, and how could you tell from so far away and so long ago? Now answer me that.
Oh, Meg, I'd recognize that soft, dulcet voice of yours anywhere. How are you?
Oh, Johnny boy, I've got trouble.
And where are you, by the way?
Port Hopeful is the name of the place.
Port Hopeful, huh? You just can't stay away from the sea and ships and sailing men, can you?
And whose leg would you be after trying to pull now? Port Hopeful, Nevada.
Nevada?
Right out in the middle of the desert.
Well, what are you doing there? And why do they call it a port?
Them were the very same identical things I'll be telling you when you get here. And if you take to my advice, you won't waste no time along the way. There's trouble out here. Insurance trouble.
Oh, what company?
Western Life and Trust, they calls it. The very same identical company that's insured the life of this blessed man what's laying dead at me feet.
Dead at your feet? Meg, you don't mean...
Just a minute. If you're by way of implicating that I done him in, you're just an evil-minded, suspicious young... Oh, forgive me, sweetheart boy.
Huh?
Well, you was worried about me, wasn't you?
Well, certainly, of course,
God
but...
love you, but me skirts are clean. Now, will you get moving and come out here?
Well, it kind of depends.
Oh?
Meg.
And just what kind of fancy double talking is that supposed to... Oh, no, you don't.
What?
Get your dirty, filthy, conniving hands off.
Meg, what's the matter?
Take them bracelets
Meg.
out of here and you...
Meg!
Well, I guess I was wrong, Johnny. I guess I am in trouble. Now.
I'll grab the first plane.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Western Life and Trust Insurance Company's San Francisco office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Alkali Mike matter. Expense account item 1, 375, telephone call to Bill Kemper at Western Life and Trust, who talked only long enough to order me onto the first plane for the coast. Item 2, 153.50, transportation on a late evening flight to San Francisco. Item 3, the next morning, 4:25, cab from the airport to Bill Kemper's office in the Lawson building.
Ever hear of Alkali Mike Murphy, Johnny?
Yeah, sure, Bill. At least I think so. Isn't he the kind of legendary character who found so much gold somewhere out here?
Over in the Black Rock Desert, Nevada.
Yeah, a place called Port Hopeful?
That's right. The original Alkali Mike had been the skipper of a sailing ship before he got the lust for gold back in the last century.
Yeah, well, what about him?
Finally found it. Plenty of it. Out there in the desert near the little town of Winnemucca.
And?
Built himself a regular palace out of rocks from the nearby mountains, named it Port Hopeful. Settled down to spend the rest of his days enjoying his money. But then he died. Legend says it was suicide.
Yeah, well, what's that got to do with you or me or the company?
Alkali Mike Murphy, Jr., his son, who spent the last 40 years living there. But now he suddenly died. And how he died affects payoff on the insurance policy we're writing.
Oh, how much?
$200,000, straight life.
Wowee. Beneficiaries?
2 nephews, 1 niece, and an old housekeeper, all sharing equally, provided, of course, that one of them didn't help him on his way to the great beyond.
And you think maybe one of them did?
$50,000 apiece is a lot of money, Johnny.
Which one?
I'll grant you it's only a hunch. But if I were you, I'd make a pretty careful check on that housekeeper.
Meg McCarthy?
She's an old... Oh, yes, what do you know about this McCarthy woman?
Oh, plenty, Bill.
Then you think my hunch is right?
No.
What?
Because if it is, I'll handle this case for nothing.
But according to the police over
What's more, I'll quit the insurance business. Item 4, 1320, cab to the airport, plane fare and incidentals to Reno, Nevada. There I rented a car, that's item 5, and headed north and east on Route 40. After about 165 miles of nothing but sagebrush and cactus, I pulled into the town of Winnemucca. I dropped off my bags at the Motel Winnemucca, then headed for the local police headquarters. I was introduced to a Sergeant Otis Framley.
There's no point in driving out to Port Hopeful, Mr. Dollar. We've got the number 1 suspect right here. Picked her up last night.
Her? Meg McCarthy?
Right.
And you suspect her of what?
Murder? If she didn't poison old Alkali Mike, I'll eat my shirt.
Then you'd better decide right now if you want it baked, boiled, or fried. Where is she?
In her cell. Come on. You mean you've got some reason for thinking she didn't do it?
I know Meg McCarthy.
Yeah, but don't you see she's the only one who was anywhere near him? Besides, look at the motive.
Yeah, suppose you tell me about it.
Well, she's only been out there at Hopeful taking care of him about 6 months. Yet she gets under the skin of the old codger enough to make him turn over a big hunk of his insurance money.
And that takes care of motive, huh?
Well, doesn't it?
Let's go talk to Meg.
Now, look, she's a pretty tough customer when she wants to be, so...
Right, she's a pretty tough customer. And if you silly, stupid income poof starts...
All right, Meg, take it easy.
Oh, take it easy, is it? If you blinking idiom think you can keep a decent, self-respected lady...
I said take it easy.
And I... Oh, Johnny, darling. Me ever-loving boy.
Hi, Meg, you old rascal.
Sweetheart, I knowed you'd come to save me out of this horrible place.
Yeah, well, that pretty much depends on you, on what you're able to tell me about this whole thing.
You bet I'll tell you. Only, Johnny.
What's the matter?
Sure, I'll tell you. All I know. And it'll be the honest truth, Johnny boy. But don't you see? The only evidence I can give is enough to hang me.
Meg.
Oh, Johnny, I need your help. I need it bad.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Alkali Mike matter.
The sergeant left Meg McCarthy and me alone there at the jail in Winnemucca, Nevada. And she told me all she knew.
Johnny had just plain got fed up with all the noisy, roistering, drunken sailors that used to come to my fancy cafe back on the East Coast. So when I heard that Alkali Mike Murphy was looking for a nice, quiet, respectable lady to be his housekeeper out here in the peaceful, quiet desert, well, I took the job.
You've been out here about 6 months.
Yes, Johnny boy. And me and Alkali, we just got along fine. I cooked good meals for him, and we played cribbage together in the evenings. And I got me a real bang out of keeping that old palace of his all neat and tidy for him.
Yeah, sure. But now, Meg, I understand he named you as a beneficiary of his big insurance policy.
I told him I didn't want it. And besides, I have plenty of money of me own from selling out my cafe back east.
Do you know the other beneficiaries?
Huh? Do I know them? Them nephews and that niece. Just hanging around waiting for him to die these last 20 years. That's all they've been doing. Except maybe Edgar.
Edgar?
Edgar Murphy, the oldest nephew, the nice one. He has a fine job over to the bank in Lovelock.
And the others?
Margaret! Oh, she's a disgrace to me fine old name. Playing around with every Tom, Dick, and Henry she can get her hands on. Looking for the one with the most money so she can snag him and live the easy life.
Where is she?
It's for Danny. Well, he's another no-count. Spends all his time horsing around and gambling.
Where are they now?
Out to Port Hopeful, where else? Each of them trying to chisel the others out of all the fine furniture and old silverware and lovely china. You know, when the estate gets settled, the Sneaky, sniveling.
All right, Meg, all right. If I'm going to try to help you, there are some things I have to know.
I'll tell you everything, Johnny boy.
How did Alkali Mike die?
Poison, the doctor said it was. In something that he ate.
And who could have given it to him?
There's the trouble, darling.
Huh?
I was the only one with him. I was the only one ever touched his food.
Could it have been poisoned before it was brought into the house?
No, never. Everything I bought for him and me come from the markets right here in Winnemucca. Besides, Johnny, I always have the same things he did.
Even the day he died?
Yes. Even that same fateful morning.
Well, did the doctor say what the poison was?
Yes. Quinititani.
Quintanogen?
Yes, that was it. Sulfur or something.
Quintanogen sulfonate?
Yes, it's chances sulfonate.
Well, that's strange. Because if I remember correctly, that's related to one of the old Indian arrow poisons.
But Johnny, there ain't been no Indians around here for years. At least the wild ones.
Look, Meg, I want to go out to that so-called palace, Fort Hopeful, but I want you with me.
Well, of course, lover. Only how can I get out of this jail?
Let me worry about that. It took the help of a local attorney that set him $500. But I managed to get Meg out of the clink, as long as Sergeant Framley stayed with us, that is. We headed out across the desert over a road that should have been traveled only by jeep. And finally, after about 60 miles of it, we came into a bare, rocky valley. And there in the middle of it sat the palace, Fort Hopeful. Only it should have been called Fort Hopeless.
Ain't it a beautiful spot, Johnny boy?
It was an atrocity, a huge, rambling jumble of native stone badly cemented together. There were almost as many doors sagging on their hinges as there were windows, as though the whole place had been put together one room at a time. Windows were set in at cockeyed angles, and most of them were dirty. 3 fairly new cars were parked out in front.
The relatives, Dollar. They've been here ever since the old coot died, like a bunch of buzzards. Vultures.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, come on, let's go in.
Yes, and see how they've messed up our lovely palace whilst I've been languishing myself away in that hoose car.
Hey, look, Sergeant, if old Alkali was murdered.
Of course he was. How else would he get that poison?
Well, how about these relatives?
That's what I've been trying to tell these harebrains.
All right, Meg, please.
These bird-tailed idioms around here seem to think I'm the only one.
Meg, shut up.
Yes, dearie. You know I love you when you talk to me like that. Just like my dear departed husband, God.
Yes, all right. Well, what about it, Sergeant?
Oh, you mean his own kin? No, Mr. Dollar. People out here in this part of the country have too much respect for their own kin.
Even when there's a lot of money involved?
Yes, I even go so far
What do you mean, Sergeant, bringing that killer back here?
Well, it's this way, Edgar.
Yes, Sergeant, how dare you?
Now, look, it's all perfectly legal.
Legal? This woman killed our uncle.
Now, look, will you? Mr. Dollar here is an insurance investigator.
Johnny Dollar?
That's right.
Oh, I've heard about you.
Well, I haven't.
I'm Margie. And believe me, Edgar, everything will be all right with him here. Won't it, Johnny?
Will it?
I'm sure it will.
We'll see. You want to come in?
What do you mean, do we want to come in? You think we're going to stand out here on our feet all day?
Why don't you drop dead?
Oh, blatterscotch.
All right, Meg, come on.
Sit down, Johnny. Here.
Incidentally, where's the other nephew? Danny?
I'm Danny Murphy, Dollar, and I agree with Ed. You've got no business bringing that old witch that murdered our uncle back into this house.
Oh, that's all?
She had no business ever being here. Chiseled her way into his affection so she could cut in on whatever dough he'd leave. And then to make sure he'd leave it in a hurry, she knocked him off.
Uh-huh. Wouldn't that same reason make all 3 of you want to see him out of the way?
Now, just a minute.
Just take it easy, Danny.
Well, what do you mean, take it easy? He's practically accusing us of killing Alkali.
If the shoe fits, Danny boy.
Why, you dirty...
You lay one hand on Johnny Dollar and I'll tear your eyes out from limb to limb.
Okay, Meg. Meg!
Yes, darling.
Mr. Dollar's right, Danny. Margie, and you know it. You know it as well as I do. Sure, we wanted him gone. We wanted his money, that insurance. If Danny here hadn't talked him into that insurance, we wouldn't even have that to look forward to.
Well, can you blame us, Johnny, for not wanting her to share it?
But she will. Unless you can prove she killed your uncle.
What's she ever done, knowing him for only a few months, to make her deserve a share?
Margie, I suspect Meg is the only one who showed your uncle any kind of care and consideration in years.
Well, what did you expect of us?
Mr. Dollar's right. Why kid about it? Heaven knows she deserves his money as much as any of us, whether we like it or not. The fact remains, Dollar, somebody killed our uncle.
And you've all carefully made sure that Meg would be suspect.
Well, yes.
Johnny.
Look, I'm going to play a hunch that maybe he wasn't murdered at all.
But the evidence, Dollar.
What evidence, Sergeant?
He was poisoned.
Yeah, all right, we'll accept that. But I'm still going to play that hunch.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Alkali Mike matter.
Now, look here, Dollar. We know that old Alkali Mike was poisoned. If that isn't murder, what is it?
Have you ever thought of suicide, Sergeant?
Suicide?
Oh, of course not. This money-grabbing old biddy here did him in.
Now, just a minute, Margie Murphy.
Sure. Why would old Alkali ever commit suicide?
I don't know, Danny. Disappointment over you three, his only relative?
He paid no attention to it.
Or was it the other way around? You paid no attention to him.
He didn't want us around. Except maybe Edgar.
Well, offhand, I can't say that I blame him. But he did welcome the care and whatever affection Meg may have given him.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, that's true.
She was after his money, that's all.
I told him I didn't want his money. And if you don't shut up, you little squirm and conniving...
Meg!
All right. Johnny, bye.
What are you looking so thoughtful about, Edgar?
Suicide. Old Alkali's father chose to go that way.
Yeah, I know.
No one understood why. He had everything he wanted, money, even this so-called palace, this atrocity that he named Port Hopeful.
You mean he had no more reason to take his life than your uncle?
Well, that's what I mean, Sergeant.
How did his father take his life?
By drinking poison, an old Indian poison.
Quintanogen sulfonate.
Oh, no. Oh, the cup.
What?
The old cup that his father had used.
What are you talking about, Meg?
Come here, all of you. Come here in the dining room.
What for, Meg?
In here, where he keeps all the old silver and china and bric-a-brac. Here. Now look here in the china closet. There, you see.
That cup or mug on the top shelf, Dollar.
Is that the one his father used to drink the poison?
Yes, but it's never been used since.
Oh, no. No, Mr. Edgar, that's where you're wrong.
What?
Oh, saints preserve us. This is terrible.
What is it, Meg? Get to the point.
Yes, Johnny, but it scares me.
Well?
Every night after his dinner, Alkali, God rest his poor soul, he'd have his whiskey from one of the clay mugs on that shelf, a different mug every night.
Yes, that's true.
Except that never would he touch that one. The lavender one.
Well, so what?
Called it the death cup. Only he joked about it. But then the night before he died, he talked about it again.
Let me see that mug.
Well, I'll get it for you.
He said it was making a superstitious old fool out of him.
Here.
He said his father drank from it and died. But that he would drink from it and live. That he'd show he weren't superstitious about it. Oh.
Good heavens, look here.
And I poured the drink for him.
What is it, Dollar?
Yeah, what is it? The heavy deposit in the bottom of this mug. Hard as a rock.
But still the poison?
Yeah. The same deep purple color of quintanogen sulfonate.
After 40 years?
Oh, I tried to wash it out, Johnny, before and after use.
Oh, water wouldn't touch that stuff.
Oh, that's why I thought it was part of the clay.
But the alcohol in this whiskey would.
Oh.
It released enough of that poison to kill him.
Oh, if only I'd have known.
The police took a long time over this one, but they finally reached the same conclusion I had. Accidental death. So, the relatives will collect the insurance, and Meg, bless her heart. But I'm afraid that mere money will never take the place of a friend, Alkali Mike. Expense account total, including incidentals and fare back to Hartford, $525 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Donald Maynard, Johnny.
Oh, hello, Mr. Maynard. Haven't talked to you in a long time.
Want to go to work?
Sure. What is it?
We insure a Miss Isabel James, Tulsa, Oklahoma. She's been killed.
How?
Murdered. Like you to leave as soon as you can, Johnny.
Won't take me long. See you at your office in an hour, and you can fill me in on the details.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. When your mouth and throat feel hot and dry, a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you quick, long-lasting refreshment. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The chewing itself helps keep your throat pleasantly moist. Best of all, you can chew and enjoy refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum almost any time and any place. Keep a package handy right in your purse or pocket so you can chew a stick whenever you want it. For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Millions enjoy it, and you will too.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, National Life and Casualty Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Isabel James matter. Expense account item 1, $103.65, plane fare and incidentals between Hartford and Tulsa, Oklahoma, after receiving from you the necessary information concerning the case. I arrived in Tulsa the next morning, registered at the hotel, and went directly to the police station where I introduced myself to Captain Clifford Kissig.
Yeah, got a teletype from your company. Said you'd be in this morning. Good trip?
Fine.
You're investigating the Isabel James murder.
That's right. I was hoping you could give me some help.
I'd sure like to, but it's got us stumped. We've had 3 others like this already.
3 others?
Yeah, all the same. Isabel James was the 4th. Looks like Tulsa's got a Jack the Ripper.
All with their throats cut?
Yeah, 4 killings in the last 3 weeks.
You're after a madman.
Yeah, pretty smart madman. Haven't got a lead.
Not a what?
Always picks a lonely spot, never a witness, never anyone who saw anything or heard anything.
What's he use, a knife?
The lab thinks it's a razor. Straight razor. Got the town a little jumpy.
I can understand.
But we'll get something. Sooner or later, the killer will make a slip, or somebody will tell us something.
What happens in the meantime?
We just gotta pray there ain't no more killing.
How far is Dawson from Tulsa?
Not very far. Going over to see the dead girl's uncle.
Yeah, he's the beneficiary.
Mm-hmm. I found the policy in her belongings. I was the one notified your company.
You know the uncle?
Had him come down and identify the body. How much does he get?
$10,000.
Well, he can use it. Just an old farmer.
Well, I'm going to run over and see him.
All right. How long are you going to be in town?
Well, I'm being paid to investigate a murder. I guess I'll be around until somebody catches a killer. Captain Kissig advised me where I could rent a car, and a half hour later I was driving a small coupe out of the Tulsa city limits heading for Dawson. The dead girl's uncle, Morley Parrish, lived a few miles east of Dawson in an old rundown farmhouse that was in the middle of 6 or 8 acres of parched earth. He was a man in his late 50s, weather-worn and thin. He met me at the door with a look of suspicion.
What do you want?
Mr. Parrish?
Yes?
My name is Dollar. I represent the insurance company that covered your niece's life. I'd like to talk to you about it.
About what?
About your niece. Her death.
She's dead. What's there to talk about?
You're the beneficiary. You got $10,000 from the insurance company.
Come in. Sit down. I get, how much you say?
$10,000.
You want a drink?
Well, I don't...
I got a jug of whiskey. I've been saving it. Yeah. You say your name's,
Dollar.
What company you work for?
National Life and Casualty.
I get $10,000.
That's right.
Yeah, have a swig. Oh, my, you swallowed wrong, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, give me that. Ah. Well, no wonder. I didn't shake it up.
Shake it up?
Why, sure. Gotta shake it to make it smooth.
You sure that didn't come with a fuse in it?
Emmett Willis made it himself. Brung it by last month. Here, you try it now.
Well, I really don't think
Oh, go ahead. You got a bad sample.
Okay.
You see how much smoother it is?
Yeah.
Well, you just gotta shake it up. Now I'll have one. Ah, yes. Oh, my. Yeah, well, that's right tasty.
Yeah. Let's talk about your niece.
All right. Let's talk.
You know why anybody would want to kill her?
No, it's that fella that's been killing all them other girls, ain't it?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what the police say.
Well, it seems to me he don't care who he kills, just as long as it's a girl. Another swig?
No, thanks. Your niece left you when she was 16, didn't she?
Yeah, I'll take another swig. Yeah, 17, I think. She ran off to Tulsa.
You see her much after that?
Well, not much, maybe once, twice a year.
When was the last time you saw her?
The other day in the morgue.
No, I mean before that.
Oh, my. Well, that was about a month.
She didn't write or...
Oh, look, Mr. Police, they ask all them questions.
I know it.
You got to ask them all over again, huh?
If you want to get your $10,000.
Well, okay. No, she didn't write. She never wrote. At least in the last 5 or 6 years, she never wrote. When she first got to Tulsa, she used to write now and then. Last time I seen her, she didn't say nothing about what she was doing or who she was seeing or anything, so I can't very well help you find out who killed her. Come on, have a swig.
No, thanks. I'm in a rented car.
Suit yourself. But once I open the jug, it gets finished.
Then you better finish it.
Naturally, I will. Oh, man.
Delicious, huh?
Oh, you bet.
I left before he finished the demijohn. It was getting dark, and he stood on the porch, leaning against a post and waving goodbye between the last few swallows. Back in Tulsa, I went to the hotel, where I took a hot shower, then stretched out on the bed to relax for a few minutes before going out to dinner. I smoked a few cigarettes and had just about decided to have some food sent up to the room when the phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
This is Cliff.
Huh?
Captain Kissig.
Oh, hi. Got back from Dawson about 40 minutes ago.
What'd you think of the old boy?
Quite a character.
Thought if you weren't doing anything, you might like to drop down to the station.
You got something?
Yeah, just picked up a suspect. Might be our man.
What makes you think so?
He was following a girl. She spotted him and got worried. When he got too close, she began screaming, and he ran. She gave us a pretty good description, and about 15 minutes ago, a couple of the boys picked him up.
The girl identify him?
Yeah, said he was the one who followed her, all right.
Well, it seems to me you're going to need more than that.
Well, we might have it. When the boys searched him, they found a straight razor in his pocket. Coming down?
Right away.
His name's Story. Storey. Alvin Story. He hasn't said anything interesting.
But you think he's it?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing definite except the razor and his actions, but I just got a hunch.
What's he say about the razor?
Not much. Admits it's his. Says he was just carrying it. In here.
You were just taking a walk.
Yes, sir, that's right. I was just taking a walk.
And you weren't following the girl.
I told you I wasn't. I told you I was just taking a walk. If the girl thought I was following her, well, I can't help that. I wasn't. I was just taking a walk, like I said in the first place. Hello, Captain.
Hello, Alvin.
Back with someone to relieve Sergeant Haddock?
I'm not tired, Alvin.
Well, you're gonna be if you keep on like this, because I've told you the truth, and I'll just keep right on telling it all night if you keep asking me.
Have a cigarette, Alvin?
I told you I don't smoke. Honest, Captain, this is just a waste of time. I've told you the truth, and you're just a waste of your time with all these questions.
We've got a lot of time.
Now let's go through it again, Alvin. Where did you get the razor?
Why, I bought it.
Where?
At a hardware store. You can check it. I bought it at a hardware store about 3 weeks ago. I used it to shave with, not to kill anyone. Honestly, I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the one you want. I'm not that person that killed all those women.
We never said you were, Alvin.
But you think so, just because that girl thought I was following her.
Well, weren't you?
Well, no. I told you I was not following that girl.
You were on your way home.
Yes.
You told me before.
That I was on the way to a show. Yes. I wasn't on my way home. Keep asking me all these questions. I get confused. I made a mistake.
What show were you going to see?
Well...
What show?
Oh, no one in particular. I was just going downtown to see what was playing.
You were headed downtown?
Yes, to see what was playing at the shows.
The girl says you were following her.
Well, I don't care what the girl says. She's lying. I wasn't following her.
But you were walking behind her.
Yes, I might... Yes, I was probably walking behind her.
Well, she was going in the other direction from town.
Well, then I wasn't behind her. I tell you, I was going...
Police sergeant named Haddock kept working on the suspect, quietly and persistently. Alvin Story, a tall, frail-looking man dressed in blue jeans and a leather jacket, sat behind the table trying desperately to be calm and anticipate the sergeant's next question. After half an hour, the captain and I left and went upstairs to his office where he fixed coffee.
Cream and sugar?
Black will be fine.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. He's a strange one.
Yeah.
If I had to pick types, I don't know. It's hard to tell about anybody in a police station. Maybe he was following the girl. She starts screaming her lungs out and he panics. The law picks him up, finds a razor on him. Maybe he's not the killer at all, but he knows he looks guilty, so he gets good and scared. Guys act awful funny and make a lot of mistakes when they're scared.
He just carries a razor around with him.
Well, isn't it possible?
Oh, yeah. But I still think he's our killer.
Well, I have to admit I'm inclined to agree with you. But there's always a chance he's not. You never know.
Kissing. Yeah? Okay. Well, we know now.
Story?
Yeah. He just confessed.
Friends, no matter what kind of work you do, it's a real help to chew delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum right while you're working. When you're warm or tired, for instance, the lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It helps keep your mouth and throat feeling cool and moist. Chewing on that smooth, good-tasting piece of Wrigley's Spearmint makes the time pass more pleasantly, too. It seems to make your work go smoother and easier. Keep a package or two of Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum handy all the time. Enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working and at other times. That's Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Alvin Story still sat at the table in the dim, bare little room. He looked tired, but he looked relieved. A stenographer was set up at one end of the table, while Sergeant Haddock leaned against the wall and smoked a cigarette. Captain Kissig crossed to the table and sat on the edge of it, facing the suspect.
Can we get this thing over with, Captain? Can we finish it up and let me go lie down?
Well, the stenographer's ready. Tell us about it.
Well, what's there to tell? I killed them. I killed all of them. Isn't that enough to say? That's what they'll hang me for. Anything else I say won't make any difference.
Why'd you kill him, Alvin?
I don't know. You know something? I really don't know. I just wanted to. First one, I saw her and I just wanted to. I guess I thought about it before I saw her. Yes, I used to lie in bed and think about it. I used to dream about it, too. I used to wake up and feel like I'd really done it. Sick all over and scared. I felt so terrible. Like I feel now, kind of. Yeah. It's like a dream now. Right now, it's like a dream, but it isn't.
Tell us about the first one.
Do I have to?
It'll help.
It's kind of hard to remember exactly. I bought the razor and I waited for her.
On Garvey Boulevard?
I guess so.
Try to remember.
Yeah, it was Garvey. It was late at night.
What night? The night of the 11th?
Maybe. I think so. I think it was Tuesday night.
That's right.
And I killed her.
You knew her?
No, not really. It's hard to explain.
Well, did you know any of the other 3 girls?
2.
No, with the last one it makes 4 altogether.
No, 3.
Now, think about it a minute, Alvin. There were...
Only 3. I ought to know. 3 girls.
No, now try to remember, Alvin.
I don't have to try and remember anything. There were 3. Just 3. 1, 2, 3. I know. Why would I want to lie?
I'm not saying you're lying, Alvin.
I even know the names. I cut the pictures out of the paper.
Tell me the names then, Alvin.
Well, certainly. Mary Knapp, Virginia Vitello, and Thelma Greer. I know all of them. I kept a record.
What about Isabel James?
Who?
Isabel James?
Oh, yes. She was in the papers the other day.
That's right.
Somebody killed her like the others. I read about it. I thought it'd be blamed on me, but it didn't make any difference. 1 or 10, what difference would it make?
For a half hour, they questioned Alvin's story. Time and time again, he admitted the 3 killings, and time again, he denied any connection with the 4th, the murder of Isabel James. Expense account item 2, $4.95, breakfast for Captain Kissig and myself, after which I returned to the hotel and crawled into bed. A lie detector test would be given to Alvin sometime late in the afternoon, so that gave me at least 6 or 7 hours to catch up on my sleep. I left a call at the desk, turned over, and closed my eyes. Johnny Dollar.
3 o'clock, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks.
And Mr. Parrish has been waiting in the lobby to see you.
Parrish?
Yes, sir. Mr. Morley Parrish. He's been waiting over an hour.
Okay. Send him up.
Yes, sir.
Come in, Mr. Parrish. Have a seat.
Thank you. I've been waiting downstairs for over an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I was up all night. I told the desk not to disturb me until 3.
Oh, gee, that's all right. I know you city fellas don't like to get to bed much before the sun comes up. I didn't mind waiting.
I was with the police.
Oh?
I've been working with them on the death of your niece.
Oh, is that right? Well, that's the reason I come to Tulsa to see you. I was wondering when I was going to get the money.
Well...
See, I got a chance to get me a right smart section of land. Trading the place I got now, plus 8,000. It's a real good buy.
Oh? Well, Mr. Parrish, it might be some time before you get the money.
Oh, well, how come?
Oh, there's a routine that has to be followed. I have to finish my investigation.
You still investigating?
Oh, sure. You see, your niece's death is still unsolved.
Well, it's that fella that's killing all them other girls.
It certainly looks that way.
You mean you got to catch him before you can pay me?
No, but I've got to make sure that he's the one who killed your niece.
You think maybe he isn't?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Parrish...
Well, she got killed just like all them other girls.
Not exactly.
Huh?
I said not exactly. You see, the razor that killed your niece and the razor that killed the other girls aren't the same.
Well, how do you know that?
The police laboratory report.
They can tell if it was a different razor? Oh, no, come on, Mr. Dollar. Maybe I ain't the brightest
It's
fellow
a fact,
in the
Mr. Parrish. How do you think they knew it was a razor in the first place? Not just a very sharp knife. Oh, they can tell, all right.
Well, maybe the killer ain't using the same razor.
Yeah, we've considered that, but we can't tell. He hasn't killed again. Maybe he never will.
You mean I might never get my money?
Well, now, Mr. Parrish, it's not quite that bad. I want to see you get your money. You've certainly got it coming. But I can't honestly recommend payment to my company until the case is solved.
What do you mean until you catch the killer?
That, or until we're certain the same man that killed the others killed your niece.
Well, it seems to me you gotta catch him to prove that.
Yeah, unless he kills again, with the same razor he used on your niece. Then we can be pretty sure that he's changed razors.
Well, maybe he's got two different ones.
Maybe.
Well...
You have to go?
Yeah, I gotta be getting back. As long as I ain't gonna get the money right away, there's no sense in hanging around.
Don't be discouraged, Mr. Parrish. Just as soon as I'm convinced the killer's changed razors, you'll get your money.
Yeah, Dollar, we just gave Story the polygraph test. According to our experts, Story killed all the girls except Isabel James.
Look, Captain, Morley Parrish was just in my room. I gave him a cock and bull story about his niece being killed with a different razor.
A different razor?
I think maybe he did it for the insurance. Read all the stories in the paper about the killings and decided to kill his niece.
And then everybody just chalk it all up to Alvin's Story.
Right. Only I didn't tell him that Alvin Story had been arrested.
Explain about that different razor.
Parrish left here thinking he wasn't going to get the $10,000 until I was certain the same man killed his niece that killed the others. He thinks your police lab proved that Isabel James was killed with another razor. And he quickly came up with a solution that the killer had changed razors or had two of them.
So what?
I think he'll go out and prove it.
What? You mean you think...
I think he's simple-minded enough to try and kill someone just to make it look like the killer has changed razors.
Well, I sure hope you're wrong.
Well, so do I, but it's the only way we could prove anything.
Where is he?
He just left.
But holy cow, if you're right and he's wandering around...
Relax. He'll go back to his farm in Dawson first.
What makes you think so?
He has to get the razor, doesn't he? Ten minutes later, Captain Kissig picked me up in his car, and we drove well over the speed limit getting to Dawson. Just west of old Morley's farm, we pulled off the road and turned off our lights.
Well, the house is dark. Where is he?
Still on his way from Tulsa. We got here pretty fast, Captain.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Come on. Let's walk down to the house.
He have a car?
I don't know, but I doubt it. I didn't see one the last time I was here.
Dollar?
Hmm?
What if you're wrong? What if you guessed wrong? What if he did have the razor on him? Well?
That's a pretty good question. The night was warm, with a big red moon. We walked down to the old farmhouse while a coyote howled way off in the distance. We found a spot by the side of the house where we could see the road and still be hidden in the shadows. We waited for Morley Parrish to come and get his razor. About an hour later, the old man came walking down the road and went into the house. After a few moments, a light flared in the back room. We could hear him moving around, then the light went out.
Hold it.
Who's there? Who are you?
It's me, Mr. Parrish.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah. This is Captain Kissig with me.
What do you want?
Just came down to see you.
Well, I got business. I got to be going.
In a minute.
There's a drink in the house, another jug behind the stove. Go on in, make yourself comfortable. I'll be right back.
Just a minute, Mr.
Well,
Parrish.
look, I got to hurry.
Where are you going?
I got business in Dawson.
You gonna walk?
Oh, sure, I always walk. I hitchhike if I get a lift.
We've got a car. We'll give you a lift.
No, I don't want to put you in no trouble.
No trouble.
Mr. Parrish, what did you pick up in the house?
Huh? What? Oh, nothing.
What have you got in your pocket?
Nothing. What do you want? You ain't got no right to do...
Do you own a straight razor, Mr. Parrish? You better give it to us, Mr. Parrish.
And be careful how you do it. I've got a gun pointed at you.
Well, you knew it all the time, huh?
I had a hunch.
Now, here you are.
Is this the one you killed your niece with?
Yeah.
You were going to kill somebody else.
Oh, there ain't no difference after the first one, and I sure could have used that money. Gee. Man, oh, man, that was a wonderful little farm, but, I just guess you can't beat them scientific police methods. I sure thought I had it all figured out, too. Gee, we gonna go now?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen to my farm? They'll sure hang me, and I ain't got no relatives
The
to take
state'll take care of it. Come on.
Mr. Dollar,
Hmm?
why don't you just sneak back later on, get that jug? There's no sense in wasting it on some stranger who wouldn't appreciate it.
We took old Morley Parrish back to the station where he gave us a complete confession. He'd killed his niece for the insurance the way I'd figured. When we told him that Alvin Story had confessed that afternoon, old Morley just shook his head and said something about policemen being a whole lot smarter than most folks give him credit for. Expense account item 3, $11.80, dinner for me and Captain Kissig. After which I returned to my hotel, turned in, and got a good night's sleep. Expense account items 4 and 5, $89.45, car rental and hotel bill. Item 6, $125.19, plane fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $335.04. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The taste of fresh spearmint is cooling and delightful, and there's lots of it in every stick of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It freshens your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and sweetens your breath besides. You'll enjoy the good chewing, too, because Wrigley's Spearmint is so smooth and pleasant to chew on. There's nothing else quite like it. Next time you're at the store, stop at your friendly merchant's display of chewing gum and get a few packages of good-tasting Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Always keep some handy for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Joe Duvall, Parley Bear, Howard McNear, and Clayton Post. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, It's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
You're the man who was sent here by the bonding company, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. Who's this?
My name is Shade, Pat Shade. I'm a private detective working on the case for the bank.
Fine. I didn't know they'd hired one, too.
They call me every once in a while, tracing phonies mostly.
Is there any chance that you know the missing messenger?
Yeah, I know, Lillis. I had him tagged as a clean, honest kid. I still have.
What do you think happened then?
I'm afraid he was either snatched or killed, or both. But that's just my opinion. I wondered if you'd like to get together and compare notes.
I don't have any notes yet, but I'll be glad to pick up your brain.
Pick up your what?
I don't have any notes yet, but I'll be glad to pick your brain. Any place you say.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
While we're stopped,
Let's go back.
Let's take the whole opening again. And Bob, I have just a little too much voice.
Oh, jeez.
You mean I'm screaming?
From Hollywood.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
You're the man who was sent here by the bonding company, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. Who's this?
My name is Shade, Pat Shade. I'm a private detective working on the case for the bank.
Fine. I didn't know they'd hired one, too.
They call me every once in a while, tracing phonies mostly.
Is there any chance that you know the missing messenger?
Yeah, I know, Lillis. I had him tagged as a clean, honest kid, and I still have.
What do you think happened then?
I'm afraid he was either snatched or killed, or both. But that's just my opinion. I wondered if you'd like to get together and compare notes.
I don't have any notes yet, but I'll be glad to pick your brain. Any place you say.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Great Northern Bonding and Surety Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Lillis bond matter. Expense account item 160. Expense account item 1, $62.80 airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Chicago. A few phone calls after checking into a hotel bore out the details given me when I was assigned the case. Henry Lillis, the messenger, had left the Golden State Bank at 10:30 a.m. He was carrying $80,000 in cash, and his destination was only a few blocks north on LaSalle Street. He never arrived there. At 5 that evening, in a bar near my hotel, I met the private detective working the case for the bank. Pat Shade was a puffy, florid man with past 50 beginning to show in his watery blue eyes.
I've been in the business for a long time. More years than I like to think. Left the police force and opened my own office in 1931, when Chicago was still the rawest town in the country.
Not exactly overdone right now, is it?
Quieted down a lot. Just as well for me. I'm too old for the rough work I used to do, and I'm getting older. I'll end up holding a sign at a school crossing one of these years. You younger fellas ought to think about it. Ought to get out of the business before it's too late. There's no future in it.
I've heard that said before, but never by anybody who left it for something better.
I wish I'd stayed on the force. I'd be on pension now. You know, Scotty Dyer's old man and I walked a beat together. Scotty's a good cop. What'd he tell you?
Nothing, really. I just phoned to check in with him, and he gave me a free hand. Tell me about this Henry Lillis.
Nothing much to tell. Bright kid, a couple of years out of high school. His father's dead, and he's got a mother to help support.
You think you know him well enough to be sure of the honesty you mentioned on the phone?
Sure? No. I'm not sure of anything anymore. Anything or anybody. But there's nothing in his background to tell you anything else. He had to have a pretty good record to be bonded by this company, you know that.
That's why you think somebody grabbed him, huh?
It's my hunch, yeah, I think so. Do you know anything different?
No, but it strikes me that a snatch would be pretty hard to carry off in a street as busy as LaSalle at 10:30 in the morning without drawing some attention. Sergeant Dyer tells me none of the people who were near there at the time saw any trouble.
It would depend on how it was done. Now, understand, this is only my hunch. I don't have the case solved yet.
Has anybody talked to his mother, do you know?
I think the cops went out this morning.
I guess it'll be all right for me to go out this evening.
Worrying about her son, she's probably not going to be in very good shape.
Maybe not. But sometimes people who are in bad shape drop a lot of information they wouldn't drop otherwise. Shall we have another round?
Lillis house was a small one in a respectable but not plushy neighborhood. It had been painted recently, and its yard was well tended. I noted these things because they made it appear that, except for widowhood, Mrs. Lillis and her son were a comfortable and average American family. She was an attractive woman of some 40 years who, obviously and with good cause, had been crying.
Please sit down, Mr. Dollar.
Thank you.
The police have already been here. I suppose you know that.
Yes, I knew they'd come.
They didn't say it in so many words, but after they left, I realized they suspect that my son is responsible for this crime, don't they?
They aren't sure of anything yet, Mrs. Lillis.
It's terribly difficult, as a mother, to be fair and honest. If Henry did this thing himself, then at least he may be safe and unharmed, and he may come back and take his punishment. Do you understand?
Of course I do.
Naturally, my first instinct was to defend him against the suspicion. I couldn't believe it was possible that my son was a thief. But then I realized if someone else was responsible, then Henry had been kidnapped and would be in serious danger. So now, Mr. Dollar, I'm praying that my son is guilty. And if he is, I'll do everything I can to see him brought to justice.
I know it's a bad situation for you, but I'll make my part of it as easy as I can. Did your son say or do anything that would have indicated he was planning anything like this? Was he in trouble, or was there anything he wanted to get away from?
No, nothing that I noticed. Henry was forced into manhood quite early. He's been without a father since he was 9. He became quite independent, and he shared very little of his outside life with me. He may have wanted to get away from me, however.
You mean that he didn't like his responsibility?
Yes, he wants me to marry again.
I understood that he wasn't your sole support.
No, my husband left me a small income from his insurance. I own this house, but Henry's earnings have always helped.
Who are his friends, Mrs. Lillis? I may want to talk to them.
Well, he sees hardly any of the friends he made in school. Most of them went on to college. There's one I know of, Raymond Lockhart. He works in a service station on North Michigan Avenue.
And you don't know who your son spent the rest of his time with?
I'm afraid I don't. Oh, I was very wise. I wasn't going to make the same mistake so many widows do with their sons, with possessiveness and too much prying in the name of protection. I let Henry work out his own life and asked very few questions. I was so wise. If Henry is guilty, I'm to blame for it. And he must be guilty and not dead.
Thanks, Mr. Sprague. Come in again, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. You caught me on a busy night. I read about this thing with Hank Lillis in tonight's paper. First I heard about it. You think he did it?
It's one possibility, Raymond. As a matter of fact, I looked you up to ask you the same question.
You mean, do I think he did it? Well, if it turns out that way, it'll sure be a surprise to me. The paper said they were looking into the idea that somebody could have forced him into a car.
Yeah, every angle is being covered.
Yeah, I've known Hank for a pretty long time. And I trust him with my paycheck any day in the week. As far as I know, the only trouble he ever got into was kind of his temper. Got him into a few brawls.
When did you see him last?
Oh, gosh, I don't remember. You see, we used to get out in the town together once every 2 weeks or so, but we haven't for a couple of months. He won't admit it, but I think that he's pretty thick with this girl he's going with.
Oh? I didn't know about that.
Yeah. They stopped in here one night to gas up. It's her car. She's pretty, all right. Blonde, but I don't know. She kind of struck me as a dish that's been around quite a bit, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you can tell the way they kind of look at you, you know?
What's her name, do you know?
Well, the more I think of it, if Hank is in trouble, I'll lay you 10 to 1 it is this blonde. The devil was her name. I talked to him about it. Lily or Lillian, I think. Oh, what was her name?
His mother doesn't know about her, I take it. She didn't mention any girl.
No, this one is not the type to take home to Mother. He said he met her at the bank somewhere.
I can check that then.
Yeah. Be right with you. Right with you. If her father is some kind of a guard there or something.
Guard? A private detective by any chance? Was her last name Shade?
Shade, that's it. Lillian Shade. How could I forget a name like that?
Go ahead. Pour yourself another drink, Shade. I've got an extra bottle in my luggage.
Yeah. Did you tell the police about this?
Not yet.
This will be the end for me if she's mixed up in it.
You know where she is?
Yeah, she told me she was going to spend a couple of days with a friend.
Why don't you check the friend? Maybe your daughter is there.
She didn't mention any names. She never does. She's no good. She's like her mother was. You mind?
Go ahead. Where is her mother?
She ran off with some guy. Lillian was about 5. I shipped her off to my sister in Minneapolis, but I had to take her back when my sister died. She started running wild when she was 13, and I never could stop her.
If they pull this together, it's liable to set child psychology back 20 years. The son of a mother who really tried to do the right thing, maybe tried too hard. And the daughter of a guy who didn't try at all. Did you make a point of not mentioning her when we were talking about the Lillis kid earlier?
I was waiting for you to ask that. I didn't know there was anything between them. She met him when she dropped in at the bank one morning. I guess I knew they met like that a few more times, but the rest of it I didn't know anything about.
Did she have a job?
She hasn't worked for a few months. When she does work, it's in some cheap bar, so that's worse.
Was it your car she drove?
No, it was hers.
You know the license number?
No, but that won't be hard to learn.
You're sure it was registered in her name, then?
Well, I never noticed the slip. I supposed it was. She said some friend bet some races for her, and she got it with the money she won. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't be in her name.
Yeah.
Dollar.
Huh?
It was damn decent of you to talk to me instead of going to the police.
Instead? I hope you aren't going to ask me not to give this to the police.
Oh, no, of course not. But I was going to ask you to let me tell them. It's going to look mighty bad for me if you go in, with Scotty Dyer in charge of the case and his old man and I on the force together in the old days. I don't want it to look like I was holding back information from him.
Were you?
No, but I won't be able to prove it to you until we find Lillian. She'll tell you I didn't know anything about her and Henry.
All right, Shade. You going in tonight?
Just as soon as I leave here, and you don't have to do this, but I'd appreciate it if you could forget your calling me down here. It would be better for me if they didn't know you had to tell me about Lillian.
All I'm interested in is getting the money back. Doesn't make any difference what I say or don't say. You go to the police tonight, and we'll play it as it comes after that. Johnny Dollar.
This is Sergeant Dyer, Dollar.
Oh, yeah, Sergeant. You're on it early this morning. Anything doing?
Henry Lillis just gave himself up.
When? This morning?
Yep. Hitchhiked in from someplace up the lake. Something about a fight with one of the men in the deal. He's messed up some.
What about the money?
They need some medical work before we can get a decent statement from him. Shock, mostly. I put him in the hospital.
Didn't he say anything?
And he kept mumbling something about somebody with a name like Saunders. Go on down. We'll talk to him as soon as we can. I think he'll be ready to tell his part of the story anyway.
I met Sergeant Dyer at 10 that morning. It was after some 15 minutes of conversation had passed by without mention of Pat Shade that I learned he hadn't reported the night before. I brought up the subject myself, and Dyer knew him well enough to automatically reach for the phone and call the bar at my hotel. Shade had stayed there until it closed. 3 more calls to his office, his home, and the bank failed to raise him. But right then, it didn't seem too important to the case, since Henry Lillis was in custody. We got in to see him at 11:30. He was a slight, fair-haired kid, by this time past the feeling of fear. His face was pale and blotched with the disinfectant the doctor had put on some scratches and bruises.
Feel strong enough to talk now, Lillis?
I guess so.
This man is from the company that bonded you.
You don't look like you had much fun out of that 80 grand, Lillis.
No, I didn't.
Where is the money?
I don't know where it is now, but we took it to a house above Lake Bluff.
Who is we?
I don't care who it hurts now. Lillian Shade.
She was with you then?
She was with me or I was with her. I don't suppose it makes any difference. We were together.
You mentioned hurting somebody. Did you mean her father?
Yeah. He talked to me about her once. He told me she wasn't any good for me. I hated him then for saying that about his own daughter, but I sure wish I'd listened to him. I wish I'd believed him. None of this would have happened if I had.
It did happen, Lillis. We want to know about it. Everything about it.
Well, I don't know exactly how it started. I met her and I was stupid. I'd never known anybody like her before, and It sort of seemed as if we were in the same boat.
What do you mean, the same boat?
Well, neither one of us had all the things we wanted, and it looked like we never would.
If everybody in that boat turned criminal, there wouldn't be enough banks to go around.
I never thought about it before, the way she did, but the longer I went with her, the more I began to. She'd done other things, never anything like this.
What kind of thing?
Well, the way she got the money for her car. She met this man and learned some things from him. She did it so that it could never be called blackmail, and she got the money.
The Badger game, maybe.
I don't think I know quite what that is.
Go on.
Well, I don't think I have to go through all of it, but, well, one night she kept talking about how I carried large amounts of money all the time, and that we didn't have... I don't think I have to go through all of it. I don't think I have to go through all of it. But, well, one night she kept talking about how I carried large amounts of money all the time, and that we didn't have any of our own. She said she wouldn't marry me unless we could be rich. So we planned this thing. She waited down the street in her car 4 days in a row until I knew she was... She waited down the street in her car 4 days in a row until I knew I was making a big transfer.
You knew how much you were carrying?
Not exactly, but... Well, I'd worked there long enough to know when it was a big amount, you know, according to where it was going and things like that. So yesterday morning I got into the car, and by the time I was due back at the bank, we were out of town.
This house near Lake Bluff where you went, who's it belong to?
Well, she said a friend who was on a trip someplace. She had a key. I think it belonged to this Sanders or Saunders or whatever it is.
How'd he fit in?
Well, I didn't know anything about him until he showed up late last night. Then I found out that Lillian didn't have any idea of going away with me like she'd said. From the beginning, she knew she wasn't. She was just using me, and this man, she called him Red, he told me to get out.
How much money was your share?
None of it. Not any of it. But I didn't even care about that. But Lillian had used me. When this Red told me, I went crazy, I guess. There was a fight. That I barely remember. I left the house, but I don't know where I went. And when it got light, I found the highway and started hitchhiking. Nobody picked me up because I was all bloody and my clothes were torn. And finally, this man did. He was a minister.
We left him after he gave us the best he could in the way of a description. The only thing Lila seemed sure of was the route to the house near Lake Bluff. The three-state alarm was put out on Lillian Shade and the red-headed man in a green club coupe. In less than an hour, the sergeant and I had made our 20-mile trip and were approaching the place on a dirt driveway that stretched some 50 yards to the road.
Hey, hold it. It might not be as empty as it looks. A car on each side.
I think that might be the girls. Service station attendant described it for me. Means they both left in one car, don't you think?
Well, probably does. Guess with 80,000, one abandoned car wouldn't mean much. I think the house is empty, all right. Wouldn't make sense for it not to be. No. Well, it's locked.
Look, through here. Look at the furniture. That's where the fight went on.
It must have been quite a ruckus.
A friend of his told me Lillis packed quite a punch when he got started. Pretty good temper. Yeah, there by the wall. That lamp was thrown. It ought to carry some prints.
And we'll look through the rest of it. But I doubt if we'll ever find...
Sergeant Dyer, over here in the kitchen. It's Lillian Shade. She's dead. And so homicide entered the picture and a new alarm was broadcast. Sanders or Saunders in a green club coupe. Wanted on suspicion of grand theft and murder. I had a different idea. I couldn't sell it to Sergeant Dyer, but it was one... I couldn't sell it to Sergeant Dyer, but it was one of those things that I couldn't drop. The police laboratory men started combing through the house, and I went back into the city. It was about 2 p.m, and Pat Shade was in his office.
Now, I can explain if you let me.
Never mind that. You know that Henry Lillis surrendered to the police, don't you?
I didn't handle myself very well last night.
I'm not talking about last night.
I know. What I'm trying to tell you is that I didn't get around until late today, and I just read about it. Where is Lillian?
You know the house she goes to up near Lake Bluff?
No, I never heard her say anything about a house up there. Is that where you found her?
You were pretty drunk last night. Where'd you go?
Yes, I was pretty drunk last night. It's not every day you come to the end of your rope. That's where I got last night after more than 20 years in this filthy business.
Where did you go after you left the hotel bar?
I went home.
What time did you go to bed?
I don't remember.
Do you remember leaving again after you got home?
Where'd I go?
Your daughter was murdered last night.
But... what are you accusing me of, young man?
I'm not accusing you of anything.
I wish I could talk about this later. I don't seem to be thinking very well.
I'm afraid we have to talk about it, Pat.
Yeah. You asked me if I knew about a house near Lake Bluff because you think I might have killed my daughter. That I might have waited until the red-headed man left for some reason and that I went in.
How'd you know about the red-headed man?
Henry Lillis' statement. Part of it was in the paper. Do you think I killed Lillian?
I know that last night you hated your daughter.
Yes, I did. I have nothing to lie for anymore, so I can be truthful. If I had struck Lillian last night, I wouldn't remember. It may be quite possible that I killed her. I don't remember.
I understand you found Pat Shea, Dollar. What do you have to say?
I'm not sure what he said because I don't know if his mind was working well or badly.
Here, this is the on-the-spot report from the lab men. There's more you can see before we start back.
Thanks. This is almost enough, isn't it?
Wait till you see the rest of it. You have a tough time squeezing out now. Well, shall we go? I hope you don't mind us busting in like this.
Hello, Lillis.
Hello.
We wondered if you could help us on a few details we're confused on.
All right.
Are you sure that the only cars that came up to Lake Bluff were Lillian Shades and this Saunders?
They're the only ones I knew about. Were there more?
That's what's confusing us. Now, this fight, it was in the front room and not in the kitchen, is that right?
Well, it's hard to remember, I think so.
And after And after that, you left, and then you caught a ride into town and gave yourself up.
Yeah.
Why'd you give yourself up, Lillis?
I don't know why. It just seemed like the only thing I could do.
Because maybe you thought if you gave yourself up on a grand theft charge and told a sad story that we'd never think of you in regard to murder.
Murder?
That's a dirt driveway, Lillis. The only car that drove up that driveway was Lillian Shades.
Looks like there wasn't any red-headed man there at all, doesn't it?
Like you messed up that room to make it look like there'd been a fight.
Fingerprint men aren't through.
All right! I didn't mean to kill her. We got out there and we had the money and she got scared. We looked at all of it. She went to pieces. She wanted to take it back and I knew we couldn't. I lost my temper and hit her because I was excited. I thought she was faking, but she wasn't. She wasn't faking. I didn't mean to.
We can go, can't we, Sergeant?
Yeah. I'll come back later for a statement.
Expense account item 2, $183.30, miscellaneous. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $308.90. Remarks? In his next statement, Henry Lillis revealed the hiding place where he'd put the stolen money, so the company won't lose. That's more than you can say for the two parents involved, either the deserving or the undeserving. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien can soon be seen in the Paramount Pictures production Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Herb Butterfield, Jeanette Nolan, Tony Barrett, Tim Graham, and Gil Stratton, Jr. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Bob Lamond inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I'm not kidding. 20, they were falling down.
This is only a... Maybe I didn't do it. This is only a 15-minute show. I can do it.
And you don't know who your son spent the rest of his time with?
I'm afraid I don't. I let Henry work out his own life and tried to ask very few questions. I thought I was so wise. Now, if Henry is guilty, I'm to blame for it. And he must be guilty. And not dead.
When did you see him last?
Gosh, I don't remember. See, we used to get out in the town together every 2 weeks or so, but not since we've been going with it.
When did you see him last?
Gosh, I don't remember. We used to get out on the town together every 2 weeks or so, but not since he's been going with his new girl.
Oh, I didn't know about her.
Yeah, she's pretty, all right, a blonde, but she kind of struck me as a dish that's been around quite a bit, if you know what I mean.
What's her name, do you know?
What the devil was it? Lily or Lillian, I think.
His mother doesn't know about her, I take it. She didn't mention any girl.
Well, she's not the type to take home to Mother. Her father's some kind of a guard at the bank.
Guard? Private detective by any chance? Was her last name Shade?
Shade, that's it. Lillian Shade. How could I forget a name like that?
Go ahead. Where is her mother?
She ran off with some guy. Lillian was about 5. I shipped her off to my sister in Minneapolis, but I had to take her back when my sister died. She started running wild when she was 13, and I never could stop her.
Did you make a point of not mentioning her when we were talking about the Lillis kid earlier? I met Sergeant Dyer at 10 that morning, and it was after some 15 minutes of conversation had passed by without mention of Pat Shade that I learned he hadn't reported the night before. But right then, it didn't seem too important to the case, since Henry Lillis was in custody. We got in to see him at 11:30. He was a slight, fair-haired kid, by this time past the feeling of fear. His face was pale and blotched with the disinfectant the doctor had put on some scratches and bruises.
From Hollywood, it's time now for John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
This is Grover, American Consulate.
Oh, hi.
I'm back in my office. Do you know why?
Why?
Because Superintendent Clyde of the Hong Kong police telephoned me. He's very upset over your attitude, asked me to speak with you. I told him I did speak to you earlier tonight, warned you to be cautious.
I've been cautious, Mr. Grover. I just scalped a 2-bit thug that William Meadow had on me. The next one on my list is Meadow himself. What do you think of that?
Oh, use your head.
Look, Meadows' claim on his warehouse is no good. He hasn't liked me peeking around proving it's no good. Louisa Vedras was killed by him or one of his men because they thought it was me. And something's got to be done about it.
Well, I agree, but will you come over and talk first?
All right, Mr. Grover. But don't try to stop me.
Tonight and every weekday night, John Lund in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Fifth day in Hong Kong. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Corinthian Liability and Risk, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of additional expenditures during my investigation of the Trans-Pacific matter. Expense account item 14. $48 American. Rental on 35 Packard. I got tired of rickshaws. But I had a hard time driving through the Hong Kong streets. Anybody would. They were still jammed with humanity. Humanity on the verge of panic. Humanity living on the edge of a war. Only thing I could say for that Packard was that the horn worked beautifully, and hardly anybody paid any attention to it. Took me an hour to get to Grover's office. He gave me a drink and listened to my story.
Are you sure this man who's been following you is in the employ of William Meadow?
Positive. He told me.
Yeah, but under duress.
He had a knife and a gun on him. Sure, I'd arrest him. I'd arrest anybody with that kind of equipment, Mr. Grover. Wouldn't you?
Ah, calm down. You got a point, boy. Here, have another.
Thanks.
Now, what about Meadow? You say you're going after him. What do you mean?
Just that. I'm going to get him.
Yeah, you said that. But let me ask you something else. Is it for your insurance company or because of Louisa's death? This is for my own information, Dollar.
Louisa and I got to know each other pretty well during the first 3 days I was here. I don't quite know how it happened. This has been a bad job for the nerves, with my mind on what happened to the man in Shanghai and all.
Mm-hmm.
She got me the room at her father's hotel. She was there when I came back after a pretty bad day. I didn't know who was following me, and I guess I needed somebody to be with. So she stayed for a while. And she was there the next night, waiting for me in the room. And she was waiting for me to come back the night she was killed.
That answers me.
Don't you see? They killed her thinking it was me.
You're sure of that?
Of course. As sure as if I'd had a camera on the whole thing. But I can't move these police here. I can't get them to do anything.
You don't understand these people here. They have to be cautious.
Well, I don't. Not anymore. Look, I can't come into her life for 2 days and be responsible for her death and then not do anything about it.
So you're going after Meadow?
That's right.
Well, I promised I wouldn't try to stop you.
Yeah, thanks.
But be careful.
I'm glad he didn't say cautious. I had a big hate on for the word when I crawled back into the rented Packard and headed toward the south part of town where Meadow lived. Meadow? Open up. Somebody open up or I'll shoot this lock off.
Oh, who is it?
It's Mr. Dollar. I've been here before. Open the door. Let me in. Hurry up.
Oh, you wait. Oh, hello, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Meadow, he not here. You come back next week. Oh, no, please, you wait. Mr. Meadow, he not here, I tell you.
Close the door.
Oh, Mr. Meadow, he not here.
Meadow! Meadow!
He not here. You come back.
Where is he?
Oh, he say he come back next week. You come back then. He see you then. Now you go home.
Look, I've got to find him. If you know where he is, tell me.
Oh, he come back next week.
Now listen. I don't want to hurt you. Do you understand?
Oh, do not hurt.
But I will hurt plenty if I don't find out where he is. It's important. Now tell me. Where is he?
Oh, he say not to tell anybody.
Tell me.
Oh, Mr. Meadow, he fire me if I tell.
Tell me.
Oh, all right. Oh, he go Kowloon.
Kowloon, eh?
Oh, yes, Kowloon. You find him there.
Then you go with me. If he's not there, then I hurt. Once more. I have to find him. Where is he?
All right, I tell you, Repulse Bay.
What?
Repulse Bay.
Repulse Bay? On the other side of the island? Where the big hotel is?
Oh, yes, he there.
Can I call him there on the telephone?
Yes, you call.
Is he at the hotel?
Oh, no, he have cottage, number 7, last one.
Where's the telephone?
Oh, please, you not tell how you learn he there, please.
No.
Oh, telephone.
Call the number.
Oh, I no talk.
I'll talk. Go ahead.
Repulse Bay Hotel?
Oh, Mr. Meadow Cottage, please.
Okay, give it to me.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, you see, I tell truth. He there.
You did fine.
You go see?
Yeah.
You no tell.
No, I won't tell. But it won't make any difference anymore.
I no understand, Mr. Dollar.
You will.
Hong Kong Police Department.
I want to talk to the superintendent.
Yes, sir. Hold on.
Superintendent Clyde here.
Will you believe a confession from William Meadow?
Oh? Who is this? Mr. Dollar?
Yeah.
What is this about a confession?
Meadow's going to make one.
Oh, now, see here.
He's at Repulse Bay, Cottage 7. I'm going there now. If you want that confession, have some men there. Outside in an hour. And quiet till it's finished.
I warn you, Dollar, any illegalities on your part will be answered for.
Oh, you go now, Mr. Dollar, huh?
Yeah. I go now. The Packard got me there in 40 minutes. And I was in front of Cottage 7 when the police cars slid in with lights and motors turned off.
Dollar?
Yeah. Let's get away from the house.
Oh, Dollar, we came here not because of what you said on the phone about getting a confession, but to see to it that nothing happens here that would better be prevented.
Thank you.
Wait. Now, I have no reason to arrest you right now, but I will, and I mean it, if you do anything out of line.
Well, then keep an eye on me.
You're a hot-headed, impetuous man. My department and I have stood for all of the insults and badgering we will from you. I thought Mr. Grover made that clear to you.
Mr. Grover told me you had to be cautious.
And we do. Your case against William Meadow is nothing but notarized statements from people who could have said most anything. Well, your accusations as regards the murder of that poor girl bear consideration, but they also are very inconclusive.
But you haven't done anything about either.
We do things our way, Mr. Dollar, in spite of your insurance company. There is no case against him.
And why did he have me followed?
Oh, did he?
Some pug who was waiting for a chance at me. I shook him down 2 hours ago and found out Meadow hired him.
Well, that doesn't seem reasonable, Dollar. In light of what you said previously, if Meadow assumed you were the one shot behind the screen in your hotel room instead of the girl.
No, it doesn't, except he found out the wrong person was killed. Doesn't any of this mean anything to you people?
Well, we'd have to interview the man you shook down. Where is he?
In an alley on Sing Wong, for all I know. I left him cold.
Well, Dollar, make your play.
What?
We'll back you up. Go ahead. All of us seem to be flying blind. This might flush out some truth.
I don't understand.
I checked on you as investigator quite thoroughly. You have a reputation in your United States, an enviable one. I can't disregard that. Very well. We'll wait here and do what you can.
Well, you put up a lot of fights, Superintendent.
So do you. Good luck.
Who is it?
It's Dollar.
Who?
Dollar. You know I'm still alive. You know that girl was shot instead of me at the hotel room?
I don't know anything.
Meadow, I want you to go back to town with me and make a statement to the police.
Are you crazy?
Oh, no, I'm not crazy. I'm here to clear up 2 things, her murder and that fire. And you know I'm going to do it.
Do I?
I stopped that man you had following me. His statement will put you in plenty of hot water.
Go away.
I said I wanted you to come with me.
I heard you.
Will you come down or shall I come in?
Come on in. We'll talk about it.
It'll be a pleasure. Meadow? Meadow? Meadow.
couldn't take me down. I hated you when you...
What?
I hit you, didn't I?
Oh, just in the arm. It'll be all right.
Should have been your stomach.
You're cashing in, Meadow. How about it? A statement.
No.
Tell it, Meadow, how you fired the warehouse. And about the girl. It can't hurt you now.
I'll tell you nothing. Oh, you all right?
Yeah. Meadow. Meadow.
Should have got you it. All right, Dollar. You better have that arm taken care of.
Expense account item 15. $43 even. Medical fees and hospital charges. I don't suppose it could be called hewing to the niceties of jurisprudence, since Meadow was dead and he refused before dying to speak or write his confession. But there were 2 police carloads of expert witnesses who took the fact that he had opened fire as an acceptable admission of guilt for the crimes accused. The same thing cleared me legally on the grounds of self-defense. I'd hoped it would clear my mind, but it hasn't. Louisa Vedras is still there. I guess she always will be. Nothing good came out of this assignment except saving your company some money it didn't know it had. Item 16, same as item 1, plane fare back to United States. Expense account total, $4,515. End of 5th day. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by E. Jack Newman with music by Eddie Dunstetter. John Lund can currently be seen in the Universal International picture Just Across the Street. Featured in our cast were Joe Kearns, Lillian Baeff, Robert Griffin, and Bill Johnstone. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Cubberly, inviting you to join us next Monday when John Lund appears as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And remember, you meet adventure when you meet Johnny Dollar on the CBS Radio Network.
WBBM-FM, Chicago.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
This Joe Benson. You call me?
Oh, yeah, Lieutenant. I'm from Federal Underwriters.
All the way from Hartford?
Yeah. They sent me to get a report on the National Savings and Loan holdup.
Oh, I see.
How's the watchman?
Well, he died about a half hour ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Shot 3 times. Hardly had a chance.
Did he ever regain consciousness?
Yes. Long enough to give us a make on one of the 4 guys who heisted the place.
Well, that's something.
Look, if you want a report, you better come on down and get it firsthand.
I'll be there in 10 minutes, Lieutenant.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. Yes, for chewing enjoyment plus refreshment, it's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, delicious flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and gives you a nice little lift. The good, smooth chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert, adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. So for chewing enjoyment plus refreshment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Federal Underwriters Incorporated, 223 Spear Boulevard, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Dameron matter. Expense account item 1, $240, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to San Francisco. I arrived 10 hours after the news of the National Savings and Loan holdup reached the office. Lieutenant Benson was waiting for me when I got to the city hall.
Well, you're just in time, Dollar. My men picked up Bernie Manners a few minutes ago. He's down the hall.
Manners? He the one you got an identification on?
Yes. The watchman looked at some mugs we pulled from the files and spotted him right away. Said Manners was one of the 4 men who did the job.
Oh, it's quick work.
Shall we go on down?
Yeah, sure. What about this Manners?
Well, he's a 2-time loser. 25 arrests on his card. All the way from narcotics violation to armed robbery. We'll see what he has to say before we check out his mama sheet.
How'd they get him?
When the watchman made him, we put out an APB. One of the units spotted him because he was going into a saloon. This way.
Oh. Have any trouble?
No.
They find anything on him?
$2.40. No gun, nothing. You got a smoke?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Some fresh air.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, thanks. Well, what do you think of our weather out here?
Oh, pretty nice, pretty nice. We're still having snow.
I haven't been east in 13 years. Forgotten what it looks like.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
This Manners?
Yeah. Sergeant Friedman, Johnny Dollar.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello, Bernie.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Well, let's have it.
Of what?
A story on the National Savings and Loan job.
I don't know anything about the National Savings and Loan job.
4 men walked in there about midnight last night, shot the watchman, cracked the safes, and got away with $65,000. Now you know about it?
I don't know anything. What are you guys trying to hang on me?
Where were you last night, Bernie?
When last night?
Between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
I was in my room sleeping.
Can you prove you were sleeping last night in your room?
Who can prove they were sleeping?
And a landlady, somebody like that.
I don't know.
What do you know?
Huh?
About the National Savings job.
Nothing. I don't know nothing.
Look, Bernie, you can make this thing a whole lot easier.
I can?
Now, who worked it with you?
Who were the other 3 men in on it?
Oh, come on, Bernie. You were always pretty good at talking.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't have anything to tell you.
How are you making a living these days?
What?
What do you do for a living?
Why, I've been driving a truck up to last week.
Yeah? Where?
Coast Trucking Outfit.
Did you quit?
I was fired.
Why?
I got in a beef with the boss.
Check that.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Benson and Sergeant Friedman continued to question the suspect. He refused to admit any part in the burglary of the National Savings and Loan Company or to name any people who were connected with it. An hour went by. He still refused to talk. 2 hours.
I'm getting tired.
So am I.
All of us are tired, Bernie. Now, look, why don't you open your face so we can get some rest?
I've told you I didn't have anything to say. Who's this joker?
Me? My name's Dollar, Bernie. I'm from the insurance company.
What's he doing here?
Worrying about you and your friends.
You don't have to worry about me, Dollar.
I'll try not to.
I thought maybe you was a lawyer. Do I get to see a lawyer?
What do you want to see a lawyer for?
To get out of here, that's why.
You aren't getting out of here, Bernie. You know that. Now, tell us all about it.
Come on, Bernie. You know it's all over. We got enough to take you into court right now.
Don't give me that.
Oh, don't you believe it?
No.
Hand me that.
Yeah, sure.
Here. Thanks. You know what this is, Bernie?
No.
It's a notarized statement from the watchman that was killed. His name was Fuller. I talked to him just before he died. You know what this says? It says that you were one of the 4 men who robbed the National Savings and Loan Company last night. Listen. Me. Please state your full name. Him. Henry Fuller. Me. Where do you live? Him. 235 22nd Avenue. Me. I understand that you are seriously hurt. Is that true? Him. Yes. Me. Do you believe that you are about to die from injuries you have received? Him. Yes. Me. Have you any hope of recovery from the effects of these injuries? Him. No.
Listen,
Shut up, Bernie, and listen.
Me. Who caused the injuries from which you are suffering? Him. One of the robbers. Me. Is this a picture of one of the men who caused your injuries? Him? Yes. He was looking at a mugshot of you, Bernie. There were 4 witnesses in that hospital room when Fuller made this statement. It's a positive identification on you. Well?
Can I have a glass of water?
Later, maybe.
Who were the other men?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Questioning went on. Another hour passed. Everybody got pretty tired. Manners still admitted nothing. It was the usual method of interrogation. Hammer away, hammer away. Sooner or later, he'd spill something important. Lieutenant Benson knew his job.
Once more, Bernie. Who were the other men?
For the 20th time, there were no other men.
There were 4 of you, Bernie.
Why didn't we play bridge?
Tell us what you did all day yesterday.
What?
Start with from the time you got up.
Try to remember.
Yeah, we're all interested.
Well, what is this?
Go on, Bernie. Tell it.
What? I got up about 10 and I fooled around all day and I got to bed early.
Very nice.
What do you want me to tell you?
What you did all day. Who you were with. Where you went.
Oh.
And after you tell us that, you can tell us how you worked on the National Savings and Loan Office.
I'll tell you nothing.
All right, what's your name?
What?
What's your name?
Bernie Manners, you know my name.
Where do you live?
I told you.
Tell us your address.
2020 Army Street.
Who worked with you?
Nobody.
Yeah, just a minute. Benson? Yeah. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah. That was about you, Bernie.
What about me, Lieutenant? What about me?
Guess what the crime lab found tucked behind one of the cushions in the front seat of your car?
Oh?
$20,000, Bernie. You didn't hide it very well.
I didn't think you'd be looking.
Did you use your car?
Yeah.
Who were the others?
Eddie Page, Jack Ivers.
One more.
The other guy was called Chick. I didn't know him.
Chick one.
Just Chick. He figured the whole thing.
Who contacted you?
Eddie, he put me in on. But Chick ran it.
Where can we get hold of Chick?
I don't know.
What about Eddie Page?
I don't know.
Jack Ivers?
No.
It won't do you any good to lie now.
I'm not lying. I just don't know where you can get hold of any of them.
What'd you do after the job?
We all got in my car and beat it. I let them off near the Fairmont.
All 3 of them?
Yeah.
That way you split the money?
No, we did that before we left the loan company. Look, I'm tired.
One more thing. Who shot Fuller?
This Chick.
Are you sure?
Well, he was the only one who had a gun. Sure, I'm sure.
Why'd they shoot him?
I couldn't figure that myself. We're all leaving the place. Watchman was all tied up and it was no trouble. Chick walked over, stuck the gun in his back, and let him have it.
Bernie Manners gave us a description of the man known only as Chick. It was pretty much the same as the description given by the watchman. A check through the moniker files revealed a possible 23 persons who answered the general description and background of Chick. Manners was shown a picture of each one. Couldn't identify any of them. I went back to my hotel and went to bed. The next morning, I was with Lieutenant Benson.
They checked the slugs taken from Fuller's body.
Any luck?
No, they came from a .45 automatic revolver. Looks like it might be a Colt.
Well, that checks with what Manners said.
Yeah, but nothing in our files on the gun itself. Manners is in the mug room now. If this chick ever did time in any California prison, we'll have him on file.
The hard way, huh?
Odd case. Man's been killed.
What about the other two, Page and Ivers?
Ivers was released from San Quentin 3 months ago. Parole office gave us an address for him on Turk Street. Quinlan Friedman went out there, but the people who run the rooming house say Ivers hasn't been around for 2 days. I've got the place staked out.
What was he in San Quentin for?
Grand theft auto. Did 4 years.
That the only time he fell?
Mm-hmm. Page has had a little more experience. He's older than Manners or Ivers. He's a 2-time loser. Both convictions were for armed robbery. Police in Denver want him for questioning, too.
Any leads on him?
No local address. He has a sister who lives in Eureka. Police there are talking to him. Should be getting something pretty soon. Communication's been broadcasting this every 30 minutes all night long.
I left Lieutenant Benson so I could talk with the auditors who've been working with the people at National Savings and Trust. By that time, they determined that $68,000 had been taken in the robbery. I spoke to the claims adjuster who'd flown in from Hartford and the officials of the company. I explained the situation with the police and the recovery of $20,000 of the stolen money. They agreed to suspend their claim, pending the arrest of the other 3 suspects and the possible recovery of the entire loot. Expense account item 2, 10 cents. Phone call. I checked with Lieutenant Benson about 4 o'clock.
Hi.
Hi.
You're just in time. We got a lead on Page.
Oh, yeah?
1485 Clare Street.
I'll meet you out in front.
Right.
Expense account item 3, $1.35. Cab fare to the address on Clare Street.
Hi.
Hi. In there?
Yeah. You want to be in on this?
If it's all right with you.
Okay. Friedman's covering the back entrance. Quinlan's in the lobby.
Let's go.
Right.
How'd you get it?
Eureka police talked to Page's sister. Said she'd been writing him here under the name of Ernest Lawyers.
Oh.
Want to take it over there?
Yeah.
Who's there? Looking for Mr. Lawyers. You Mr. Lawyers?
Yeah. What do you want?
Package.
Who from?
It's, Mrs. William Redding, Eureka, California. I have to sign for it.
Okay. What's the idea?
You alone, Page?
Who are you?
Police. Get your hat. Come on, let's go. Want to take a look over there, Donna?
Yeah.
What is this? Bernie Manners spilled it all.
Look out. He's got a gun.
Drop that, Page.
No good, mister. You lousy cut. All right. All right.
Come on, get up. Put your hands out. All right, let's go, Page.
Friends, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you a refreshing little lift. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied. Makes your job seem easier. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint Gum in your home, when you're out walking or driving, when you're enjoying sports and other activities. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum tastes good anytime, and the natural chewing aids digestion and helps keep your teeth bright and attractive. Yes, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Sergeants Quinlan and Friedman took the suspect, Eddie Page, downtown. I drove over to the emergency hospital with Lieutenant Benson, where they patched up the cut on his temple where Page had slugged him with his gun. After that, we returned to headquarters. Sergeant Friedman met us outside the interrogation room.
How do you feel, Joe?
Oh, headache. And what about him?
Real quiet so far.
Fine.
We went over the apartment. Now, you'll be happy about this, Dollar.
More money?
$15,000 stuck in his suitcase.
Your insurance company's doing well so far.
Yeah.
Let's see about Tough Boy. Remember me?
I remember both of you. How's your head?
I'll get over it.
How's your chin?
I'd like to get at you again.
Kind of like to get at you.
That's all he's been saying ever since he landed.
You're tied in with Bernie Manners and Jack Ivers on this thing, Page.
Am I?
Yeah. And that's enough for us.
I suppose you're going to send me to prison.
I suppose we are.
Some talk.
Who's Chick?
Chick?
The other guy.
I don't know.
Where's Ivers?
I don't know. Bernie had to stay in here 6 hours. How long are you going to take, Page? As long as you like. We've got all the time in the world. So have I.
You know, we found your cut of the job in your room. Bernie's already told us about you. You're not going to admit anything, huh?
Why should I?
Man was killed on that job. There's a murder charge to go along with everything else.
Do tell. You can make it easy on yourself, Page. Easier for you. Okay. That's the way you want it? Friedman.
Yeah.
You and Quinlan stay with this bird. Stay with him if it takes all night and all day and all night. I want to see how long he can last.
Well, now okay.
Come on, darling.
Oh, what now?
I'm hungry.
Expense account item 4, $6.35. Drinks and dinner for Lieutenant Benson and myself. After eating, we returned to the interrogation room and the questioning of the suspect, Eddie Page. Although he knew there was enough evidence against him to make a burglary and homicide charge stick, he still refused to admit his part in the burglary or to give us the full name of the man known simply as Chick. About 10 o'clock that night, a man who ran a drugstore on Geary Street telephoned that he thought he might have some information that would help. I drove over there with Lieutenant Benson.
Foggy.
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, good evening. Can I help you, please?
We'd like to talk to Mr. Smith.
Yeah. Oh, you're the police? Well, I'm Smith.
I'm Lieutenant Benson. This Mr. Dollar.
How do you do?
You said you had something that might help, Mr. Smith?
Indeed I do, Mr. Dollar. Indeed I do. I read all about the burglary in the papers yesterday, and, well, I have this.
A bill wrapper from National Savings and Loan.
Yes?
Where'd you get this, Mr. Smith?
I found it on the floor, right here in the store.
You know who dropped it?
Yes, I think so.
Who?
Well, a man who was in here earlier. I think he dropped it.
What did he look like?
Well, he was tall. He was kind of husky. Oh, he was about 35 years old, I'd say. He wore kind of a dark hat and a trench coat.
You ever seen him in here before?
No, just tonight.
What did he buy, Mr. Smith?
Quite a few things.
Well, like what?
Well, 3 bottles of scotch, and some mixer, and some ice, and some cigarettes.
I see. When did you find the wrapper?
Right after he paid me for the things.
What size bill did he give you?
It was a 50.
You still have it?
Yes.
Could we look at it, please?
Well, surely. Yes, this way. Here you are.
Thanks.
No, huh?
Brand new.
Did you happen to notice if he left in a car, Mr. Smith?
No, he was on foot. When I found the wrapper on the floor and then remembered the newspaper story, I ran outside to take a look to see which direction he went. He walked right across the street.
You mean he might possibly live around here?
I think so. Like right there, you see? He went into the Alden Hotel.
How long ago was this?
Oh, my, that was not over 15 minutes ago. Hey!
What?
That's him, just coming out on the street there.
Get back.
Can you see his face?
No, not yet.
Is he one of the men you're looking for?
I don't know yet. Sounds like it.
Lieutenant.
Yeah?
Take a look.
Jack Ivers. Let's go. You.
Yes, sir.
Call downtown.
Hey, you. Hold it up just a minute.
He's going for the alley.
Yeah. He ducked right in there, I think.
Yeah. Be careful, Johnny. Okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Throw out the gun, Ivers. You don't have a chance.
Down! Yeah. He's going to try for that fence down there.
Yeah, let's go. He can't see us in the shadows.
And he made the fence.
Come on. See anything?
Too dark.
Somewhere in here. Hey. Over there?
Yeah.
Anything?
No.
The apartment house.
He went in the back door.
Yeah. Get down.
You okay?
Okay. Ivers, this is your last chance. Somebody will get hurt if we don't stop him.
That did it.
What's it look like?
Oh, he's done for.
Well, I better phone in.
Jack Ivers, one of the suspects connected with the burglary of the National Savings and Loan Office, died instantly while attempting to escape arrest. While we waited for the coroner's men to arrive, we searched his body and found $12,000 of the stolen money concealed in a money belt around his waist. I accompanied Lieutenant Benson to the Alden Hotel, where we learned from the desk clerk that Ivers had checked in the previous day using the name of David Ward. The clerk said that he shared the room with a man who'd registered as Charles Daly. Daly was still in the room, as far as the clerk knew. We went upstairs.
Well, if this is Chick, it's been a good day's work.
Yeah.
210.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Could have sneaked out.
Let's find out. Well, I'll be. Drunk?
As you can get.
That's the way I like to pick 'em up. Quiet.
The man passed out in the hotel room was identified as Chester Dameron, Toledo, Ohio. A check with authorities there revealed he had a criminal record covering 17 years. His nickname was Chick. Along with Eddie Page and Bernie Manners, he was indicted on charges of burglary and murder. The remainder of the stolen money was found in his hotel room. All told, 99 and 39/100% of the loot was recovered, excepting what Ivor spent for whiskey. Pretty good for federal underwriters. Expense account item 5, $63.30. Miscellaneous while in San Francisco. Item 6, same as 1. My plane fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Total expense account, $551.10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, freshens your taste, sweetens your breath. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied, makes whatever you're doing more enjoyable. Yes, for refreshment plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Millions enjoy it daily. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by E. Jack Newman with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Bill Johnstone, Clayton Post, Bill Conrad, Peter Leeds, and Howard McNear. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Many of the war orphans of Korea are dying of starvation and exposure. Without your help, they cannot live. We can send them food through CARE, the American Package Sending Relief Agency. One $10 CARE food package will feed 4 children for a month. Send your contribution to CARE's local office or to CARE New York or CARE Los Angeles. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as...
Johnny Dollar.
Are you the man from Hartford?
Huh? What was that?
Are you the insurance investigator?
Yes, that's right.
You're here about the Emil Carter shooting?
Yes, who is this?
This is Janice Late.
Is this a gag?
No, it isn't a gag.
Oh, it's about time you gave yourself up, isn't it?
No, I won't, because I didn't kill him.
Then why did you take a run out?
I don't know. I've done everything wrong, but I didn't kill him. I want to talk to you if you'll promise not to go to the police first.
All right. I can promise that.
How can we work it so I'll be sure?
You'll have to take my word for it. I'll meet you any time you say.
The makers of John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. Yes, for chewing enjoyment plus Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, delicious flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and gives you a nice little lift. The good, smooth chewing of fresh and alert adds... So for chewing, treat yourself often to gum. Healthful, delicious.
Expense account submitted by Special Investors, Columbia All Risk Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Emil Carter matter. Expense account item 1, $219. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Los Angeles. For a day and a half, the police investigation of the murder of your policyholder had taken the form of a search for the girl who phoned me, Janice Late. 4 witnesses, tenants in the dead man's apartment house, had seen her running away in the corridor outside his door immediately after they'd heard the shots. I was more interested in the existence of a beneficiary, Carter's brother. I made a statement to that effect. It was printed in the papers, and I assumed that the call from the chief suspect on my second night in town was the result. Naturally, I was more than anxious to set up a meeting. Later, I wasn't so happy about it. According to arrangements, I cabbed out to the harbor section, a suburb called San Pedro. There I found the address she'd given me, a sporting goods shop in front of which I was to be picked up. I stood there for about 15 minutes, admiring the fishing equipment in the window, as if I knew what it was all for.
You got a match, mister?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Say, you planning a fishing trip?
No. Why?
Just asking.
No, I'm waiting for somebody.
Oh. You live in the neighborhood?
No. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
I guess you're the man I'm looking for, Dollar.
What about the girl that phoned me? I thought she was going to show.
She changed her mind. I'll take you to her. Come on, there's a cab around the corner.
The cab turned away from the business district and continued along the waterfront toward the ocean. The man, slumped in his corner, looked almost bored, except for the fact that he smoked one cigarette after another. It was a silent trip, and in the occasional flare lit up by his smoking, I tried to study his face. It was dark, flat-featured, and at the moment, sullen. He could have been a seaman, a milkman, a mechanic, or one of the bodyguards Emil Carter had allegedly employed. We left the cab in front of an isolated cafe, and he led me down a narrow road to a parking lot near the outer breakwater of the harbor. In the single car on the lot sat Janice Lake.
Go on, get in, brother.
He did come alone. You weren't followed.
Ask him. He's gotten out of the habit of trusting people, so I wouldn't understand.
I told you could count on my coming alone. I did. Maybe you deserve it, maybe you don't.
What do you mean?
I've read about your background, your education, start of a good career as a dancer. I can't figure how a girl like you could get mixed up with somebody like Emil Carter.
You was in here a month ago to knock that into her head.
Stop it, Frank. That doesn't do any good now.
It never did.
I didn't kill him, Mr. Dollar. I swear I didn't.
Then why have you done everything that a guilty person would do? You were seen running away from the scene and getting into your car. You abandoned that. A cab driver remembers picking you up a block from where it was found. Everything you did has been done by scared killers before.
I know I did everything wrong. But I didn't kill him. I wasn't even in his apartment.
To match all the testimony that says you did kill him, can you put your hands on any that says you didn't?
No. When I was in the hallway, when I heard the shots, if I'd gone in instead of losing my nerve and running, I could have cleared myself, but I didn't. I ran. And then it was too late. I realized the police would never believe anything I said.
What makes you think I will?
I don't know. I'm just asking you to give me a chance.
A chance to do what?
I want to tell you what led up to that night. It doesn't make any difference how I met him or anything. I knew he was no angel, but I never thought he was all bad. I still don't.
That's what 2 years of college does for you. 4 years of it, you're 100% blind. A kindergartner would have known Emil Carter for what he was, a second-class hood.
Please, Frank.
What's the story about that night?
Emil and I were going to leave town. We were going to fly to Mexico City and get married. Then we were going to South America and stay there. Emil wanted to get away from this town and the people he knew here.
Well, I don't think that's worth much. Is there any way I can check it? Plane reservations?
Yes, but I don't think they'll be worth anything either. They're under different names.
Why the switch?
Emil said there might be people who wouldn't want him to leave, and he didn't want it to leak out.
Who was he afraid of?
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me.
He probably had a big choice.
You know who?
I'm new in town. Give me time.
Okay. What's the rest of it, Janice?
We were supposed to have a date that night, but he called it off, said he wasn't feeling so good. At about 10, he called again, said he'd changed his mind about marrying me.
What reason did he give?
He didn't give any. He hung up. I went right over to his place, tried to find out. When I got there, I stopped right outside his door because I heard him talking to somebody.
What about?
I couldn't understand the words. I started for the door again, and that's when I heard the shots. I don't know what happened to me except that I thought whatever was happening was somehow my fault, and I ran. That's all I know.
That's all?
Yes.
Did you hear the other voice? Could it have been a man?
I don't know. But there must be a way to find out who was in there with him.
Well, I'm only as good as the material I have to work with, and you haven't given me any.
You won't try to help?
I'll do what I can, but don't go making plans for a happy future.
And you won't tell the police?
About meeting you? I doubt they'd believe me if I did. Okay, you can phone me if you think of anything.
All right. You coming with me, Frank?
Now, maybe I can con Dollar into that cafe. I want to talk to him. Can you afford a cup of coffee, Dollar?
Temporarily, yeah. I got an expense account.
No, let's go. Don't bother memorizing the license number. It won't lead you any place. It's rented.
Thanks for telling me. It's not generally known that Janice has a brother, is it?
Do you think she has?
Well, you're too young to be her father. And you don't act like the man scorned.
Tell me, why do you think a man killed Carter?
I didn't say that, did I?
You asked her if it couldn't have been a man in his apartment.
That was a question the insurance company wanted me to ask. He carried a life policy with his brother as beneficiary. We can't find it.
I hadn't even thought of that kind of an angle.
Neither of the police. It's open and shut against Janice. Do you think she's guilty?
No.
Can you prove it?
No.
You have any other brilliant answers?
Yeah, do you know Emil Carter was married?
You could be tossing some bait in to get them off your sister's trail.
I'm not. A common law wife. Been paying her $1,500 a month to keep it, among other things, a secret. If he dropped out of sight, that payment would stop.
Why didn't Janice tell me this?
Because she didn't know.
You didn't tell her?
No, I had a better idea, but it backfired. Janice has got me to thank for this mess she's in. I tipped Carter's wife that they were leaving for Mexico. But how did I know Janice would go storming up to Carter's apartment?
I don't know, but I wish she'd called another detective.
Looks that bad for you?
Couldn't look worse. What's the name of this wife?
Hazel.
She uses Carter?
That's right. Well, I guess I'll change my mind about that coffee. Maybe I'll see you again.
Sure. Thanks for the trip. I cabbed back to town, but to my hotel, not the police. I had no idea of sharing with them the vague hearsay evidence that had been given me that night. It seemed to me the logical place to go was back to the tenants of Emil Carter's apartment building. I did, the next morning. And the developments that followed paint a fairly true picture of that hindrance to accurate investigation, the average eyewitness. I won't bother quoting all four at the address, but Mr. Samuel Nelson will serve as a composite.
Why, yes, Mr. Dollar. I'm glad I can be of some service. I'll do anything I can.
Well, thanks, Mr. Nelson. I've just come from talking with Mrs. Roberts down the hall.
Oh, yes.
Didn't you say that she was already in the corridor when you got there the night of the shooting?
Yes, she was.
Well, she seems to think now that you were there before she was.
Oh, but she's wrong. I remember distinctly. I went out, and as you know, the Roberts apartment is across and to the rear of the one Mr. Carter lived in.
You were looking toward the rear of the building?
Yes. Why, the first person I saw when I went out was Mrs. Roberts standing there. Then I heard the sound of running up toward the front and saw this woman.
She was running toward the street entrance.
Yes, she was, definitely.
So you looked very briefly toward the rear.
And saw Mrs. Roberts.
And then turned toward the sound.
Yes.
Are you absolutely positive that it was Mrs. Roberts that you saw?
Well, of course I am.
Was anything said?
No. Oh, nobody said anything for a minute. We were startled, you know.
Now, Mrs. Roberts remembers that as soon as she came out and saw you, she asked you what had happened.
Well, she's wrong. She was there when I came out. And if she said anything, I didn't hear her.
Could it be that you expected to see Mrs. Roberts where you'd so often seen her? and that after a glance that took maybe a second, your mind automatically said, that's Mrs. Roberts?
Mr. Dollar, I know what I saw. What's the meaning of this?
It's just possible that there was a second woman mixed up in this. A woman who might have come out of Mr. Carter's apartment and instead of bolting toward the front entrance, headed quietly to the rear and out the back way.
Well, I hardly think that... Oh, now I am confused. I was so sure. But I shouldn't like to call Mrs. Roberts a liar if she truly believes that I was in the corridor when she came out. After all, it was all so sudden and shocking. I suppose anybody's mind could play tricks.
In less than an hour, 4 positive witnesses had broken down in the face of doubt. None of them could swear that there had been a second stranger in the hallway, and neither could they swear that there hadn't been. And by the end of it, none of them was certain that Janice had come out of the Carter apartment. I wondered how the police would react, and I found out from the man in charge of the investigation, Lieutenant Scott, Central Division Homicide.
So you broke down their statements. You think that's quite an achievement?
I didn't break them down. I asked them if they were sure of what they'd seen, and they said they weren't.
Well, I'll lay you 10 to 1 that if I had time, I could go out there and make them swear that their first statements were true. But I don't have time. I've got 3 other cases to work on.
Janice Late's life might depend on it. I thought maybe you'd want to be sure.
Who can be sure of anything? The DA and a good defense lawyer get a hold of those people, they'll probably tell 2 other versions. That's the way witnesses are.
Yeah?
What makes you think this late girl is innocent?
I didn't say that. I'm still dreaming about an insurance motive.
You better drop it. Every day she stays in hiding makes the case against her stronger.
She could be afraid of all the circumstantial evidence stacked up against her.
To us, it isn't circumstantial.
What about Carter's wife?
Well, what about her?
Have you questioned her?
No more than we've questioned his other relatives or friends. Now, look, we've got a case against Janice Late Dollar, and when we get a case, we don't start out to break it down. If we did, nothing would ever get settled.
Okay, Lieutenant. Sorry I took up your time. I knew I didn't have a chance of stirring up the police without something positive to offer. I didn't have it when I left the lieutenant's office, but I got it when I stopped by my hotel to check for phone calls. The clerk told me that a Mrs. Hazel Carter was waiting for me in the bar, second booth to the right. Mrs. Carter?
Yes?
My name is Dollar.
Oh, yes. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you. Why did you get in touch with me?
I think we have a common problem. The death of my husband.
I thought you didn't talk about the marriage.
I haven't for a long time. Not because I didn't want to. But I have been notified by the brother of Janice Late that I was called a possible suspect.
Yes, your name did come up.
Naturally, I'd like to do away with that suspicion.
With a semi-legal arrangement that comes close to blackmail, I can't say that I blame you. How do you plan to do it?
I want you to tell me how to go about offering a reward for any help in bringing about the arrest of Janice Late.
Reward or the price of getting the pressure off you?
Couldn't we go to your room to talk about it?
Sure, Mrs. Carter. I'm anxious to hear the amount we're bargaining for.
Friends, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you a refreshing little lift. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied. Makes your job seem easier. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint Gum in your home, when you're out walking or driving, when you're enjoying sports and other activities. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum tastes good anytime, and the natural chewing aids digestion and helps keep your teeth bright and attractive. Yes, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Mrs. Emil Carter was a rather plain, brown-haired woman who appeared to be slightly older than her dead husband. As she talked about him in my hotel room, it seemed as though she were discussing something she had lost a long time ago. And it was hard to decide whether she was bargaining for a frame to be put around Janice Late or was sincere about the reward.
I knew that sooner or later the truth about our marriage would come out. So I was almost relieved when Janice's brother phoned and said that he told you. Then at least I had some place to go.
You always had the police.
I've heard that in these situations, widows are almost automatically suspect.
Well, in your case, it's not hard to understand, is it?
No, I suppose not.
You knew your husband was leaving the country.
Yes.
You knew that his $1,500 a month payoff to you was likely to stop.
Yes, but I don't see how killing him would change that. I know this isn't the time to think of myself, but with him gone, there's nothing for me. He left me nothing.
Then there's the chance you were just plain in love with him. You didn't want him running off with someone else.
I was in love with him. But during the years of being separated from him, I've gotten over any feelings of jealousy. When I heard that he was leaving, I talked to him on the telephone. For the first time in months, I asked him if he realized what he was doing. How leaving me could be used against him by the people who hate him.
Do you have any particular people in mind?
I think it's fairly well known that Emil had enemies. And I don't know why they aren't being questioned.
Because the witnesses in the apartment house saw at least one woman leaving the scene. Nobody saw a man.
Then that woman was Janice Late. And I want to offer $5,000 if it will help arrest her. If you aren't interested, I'll go to the newspaper.
I think you'd better, Mrs. Carter. When you lay it in front of me, it sounds too much like a pitch. Her story made the front page of the paper I bought under the heading, Cooling Murder Sparked by Reward Offer of Mystery Widow. And strangely enough, it sounded sincere, not slanted toward Janice Late as I'd halfway expected, but offering $5,000 for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons guilty of murdering Emil Carter. I didn't know how the police were faring, but as far as I was concerned, reaction set in almost immediately. Johnny Dollar.
This is Janice Late.
Oh? How are you making out?
What kind of a trick is she trying, this reward in the papers?
I don't know. It's got news value, and she must have laid cash on the line. It might even be on the level.
Oh, you're crazy. It can't be on the level. You know that.
She says she didn't kill him.
You talked to her?
Yep.
What'd she say?
Just that. She didn't kill him. I'm surprised that you're so upset about her. According to your brother, you didn't even know about her.
He told me about it last night. What's this going to do to me?
I don't know. But I think you'd better give yourself up.
No, I won't. There's too much against me. The police don't care that I didn't kill him. They don't care who they get, just so they get somebody. So they'll have to find me.
The longer you stay out, the worse it looks for you. Now listen to me. The witnesses who saw you outside Carter's apartment aren't sure now that they didn't see somebody else, too. On the strength of that, give yourself up. Maybe we can do something with it.
No. I'll have to think. I'll have to talk to Frank. I don't know what this reward's going to mean. I'll have to think. I'll call you back.
The phone rang again about an hour later. I thought it was Janice, but it wasn't. It was Lieutenant Scott. He had a confession to Carter's murder that he wanted to talk to me about. It was made, he said, by a man who claimed that he was Janice Late's brother. The news spread fast. It was on the radio at the cigar stand as I left the lobby of my hotel.
This brother of hers says he knows you, but he met you last night.
Yeah, I guess he did.
He says you met Janice Late and him at the beach.
She phoned me, Lieutenant. Could have been a crank. Could have been anything. Well, I met them. And nothing they said would have done you any good. So I didn't bother you with it.
Bother me with it? With what we haven't had, did you think that picking up a suspect would bother me?
Well, you know my racket. Sometimes I have to give my word about running to the police. If I get out of the habit of keeping it, I'm going to miss a lot of bets.
Yeah. Last night, did he question you as to why you thought a man might have killed Carter?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of the beneficiary.
He said that when you mentioned that, he figured you had something on him, and when the reward was posted, he decided to give himself up.
You sound like you don't believe him, Lieutenant.
I'll be honest, I don't know.
You think he's protecting his sister?
I said I don't know. You want to talk to him?
If it'll help.
Well, it might. I'll send you in.
Hiya, Dollar. Yeah, I hope I didn't put you on the spot by talking about last night.
Oh, that's not important. But I was surprised to hear about this.
Yeah. I'm surprised, too.
What do you mean?
Well, about the whole thing. Never thought I'd go this far. To get rid of people who were hurting you.
Murder is pretty far. You think it was worth it?
Who knows? But I had to get her away from that overrated punk. I didn't shill for 10 years to see her tie up with a guy like that.
Been taking care of her that long?
Long? I'm not beefing. I was a kid with nobody taking care of me, and I wasn't going to let that happen to her. Maybe I spoiled her, I don't know. But after going that far, I couldn't stop when Carter got a hold of her.
I don't think you killed him.
Neither did that cop, but I did. When I found out he was taking her out of the country, I went up there and had it out with him.
I thought you told me you called his wife.
I did, but she wouldn't do anything, so I said I would.
She told me she went to see Carter. Talked to him about how wrong it was.
Well, it's not what she told me.
What then?
Well, I went there about 9:30, told him to stay away from my sister, and he laughed at me. So I killed him.
After you killed him, what did you do?
I just stayed in the apartment until I figured the time was right. And then I looked out the door, and when people were out of sight, I left.
The back way?
Yeah, that's right.
What street did you come out on?
Franklin Avenue.
Mm-mm. The back way comes out on Gower.
Well, maybe that was it. I wasn't thinking of what street I was on.
I don't think you were there.
Yes, I was. Janice didn't kill him. You kill something you hate, not something you love, and she was in love with him. Why, I don't know. She didn't kill him, I tell you. I did.
Oh, Dollar.
Yeah?
2 women shot each other up over in Serrano. The address is listed as that of Hazel Carter.
Hi, Lieutenant.
Hello, Doc. Everything under control?
I think so.
How are they?
They're both still alive. That's about all. Hey, here's the late girl over here.
Janice?
Janice. Do you remember me?
Yes. Is she dead?
We don't know yet.
I hope I killed her.
Why, Janice?
Because my brother thought I killed Amy. He tried to save me by lying. When I heard, I knew it had to be Hazel. It could be anybody.
Better leave her alone. Here's the other one.
Hello, Hazel.
Never thought this.
Well, take it easy. Did you kill your husband?
Yes. He was going away with her. I didn't mean to. But he was going away with her. I couldn't let him leave me.
Lieutenant, this one's gone.
She died without finishing her statement.
I don't think we need a statement. We got too many now. From too many eyewitnesses. Expense account item 2, $134, miscellaneous. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $572. Remarks? Well, I was wrong right from the beginning. I'm not making excuses for it, but I wasn't as far wrong as the brother, Frank. If his false confession had ended it, he wouldn't have taken the rap for his sister, who he thought was guilty, but for Hazel Carter, who he was afraid was innocent. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, freshens your taste, sweetens your breath. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied. Makes whatever you're doing more enjoyable. Yes, for refreshment plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Millions enjoy it daily. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Gil Dowd with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Mary Jane Croft, Hy Averback, Frank Nelson, Mary Lansing, and Hal March. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyle inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when from Hollywood, John Lund returns as
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.